Okay, so in the last session of Wildemount, he's a Curse of Strahd then, you began by enjoying a hard-earned day off within the Sparkiller base. Firion spent time looking for exotic spiders. Blossom enjoyed bothering Poppy by asking her to make Dramph noodle for her. And Gertrude tried to hold in her frustration after Batista made quite the mess of her preservatives. However, the most interesting thing was the news that your housecarl, Rick Aliek, had to share with you. You learned that Rick had heard strange knocking sounds coming from the other side of the iron door that leads to a passage heading deep into the mountain. You thought to investigate it briefly, but for the meantime, the Iron Runway event took precedence. So, on the following morning, you descended the Silver Falls into Huppadook, where you reported to Watchmaster Bram Gulchswattle. He tasked you with checking over the merchant licenses to ensure that no illegal goods were being sold or that any dangerous ones were. You checked them over and earned your gold before sitting back and enjoying the Iron Runway event. However, as the second round took place, a number of masked individuals revealed themselves from the crowd and launched an attack, with the three of you being caught right in the middle. And that is where we begin our session. So let me take you over to the macaroni. I should also get up what's his face character sheet, so don't forget Sloopy.
Oh yeah.
I will also say that Blossom has got a new sidekick.
Yes.
So feel free
Whoa.
to
Put him on
drag
there.
him out there if you want, Hannah.
Oh yeah.
And also his HP should be higher than that. What's his new HP, Hannah? 20, right?
Oh yeah.
That's funny, yeah.
Absurd.
Resave the token.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just put him next to you so I can still see your token, Hannah.
Yeah.
Running. Alright, let me get the combat music. Right. I think initiative is already rolled. It is indeed. So, at the top of the round, we have Madame Blossom.
Yeah. Wasn't there fire or something?
Yes,
That
there
ruined
was. That
somewhere.
was launched at the thing itself. Bear with me as I quickly get some fire stuff so you can see. Right, so let's roll a d4. Okay, 1. So that will spread each turn if it's not put out.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Uh,
slow this one down for me. There we go, that's better.
There's the crest Kieran in Discord.
Oh my god, I love it. Holy shit, that's great.
So which ones are the closest sort of bad guys?
So you see all these
This guy over
different
here.
people start donning these half jester masks that sit upon their faces.
I think this one's the closest, right?
You see
Maybe
many of
that
them
one.
lashing out at the merchants nearby. You also remember that because you did not figure out one of the merchant licenses that they've got, they seem to be given some kind of special weapon.
Oh, okay. Was there anyone heading towards the stage?
You've seen some of them launch like what looked like these bottles full of liquid that as soon as they hit the stage they started lighting up. Although it seems that only part of it's actually like caught fire.
Okay, so these two can actually escape fairly easily.
Yep, currently,
here.
but it could get worse.
Yep. Okay, who launched? Does this guy launch one?
Yeah,
Did this
like
guy
you would have
launch
seen,
one?
you would have seen like multiple ones like start launching them. And
Okay. She's gonna go towards. Assume this one launch one, so she's gonna go towards him.
Yeah. On horseback. In fact, you need to roll initiative for Iceberg.
Well, that's true. That is true. Hasn't got increased sticks. I can't see the character sheet you made this, but I'm going to use the riding horse.
It should
one.
be on, if you just click it and then click character sheet, it should be there.
Can't see it.
Click
I'll
on,
just use the right
click on
one.
Iceberg, and then, no, because it's different. Click on Iceberg on the thing.
Yeah, I'll click him.
You
but
see
it
bio
only
and
comes up
info.
with H. No, it only comes up with changing the HP.
Oh, not on the token, on the journal entry.
Oh.
Click on the journal entry, and then go to
Yeah.
the top, and then click character sheet. And then you've got his character sheet right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I found it. Okay. Initiative is Dex, right?
Yeah, or you can just
That's
click
just-
on him, and then you can click the little I button that's next to his armor class on the right.
7.
Okay. What's his dex mod? Well, let's
0.
get you to learn this anyway. So click on his token.
There you go.
There you go. Nice. Should have added it. You didn't click on his token.
Damn it.
Click on his token, then do it again. Hey, I will take the 7. Or the 8 because it's got +1, right?
No, it's
Oh, no,
0.
no, 7. Okay. Let's quickly adjust that. Cool. So, right. You're
Blossom.
currently on horseback, but
Doesn't go jump off onto the floor.
mhm.
How much movement does that take?
I'll say just 5 feet.
Okay.
Well, actually,
So
how
what-
much movement? No, I think it does actually take more than that.
If you're jumping off or dismounting.
I think dismounting is half your movement, if I'm correct. And the reason I'm going to rule on this just because I know that the cavalier gets a thing for dismounting, so I don't want to be mean. To...
But what if she just jumps off and stabs her face on the floor
Well,
instead?
let's have a quick look. Anti-creature doing so costs the movement half your speed, yeah. So, well, I'll allow you to make an acrobatics check if you want, but there's a potential it could go quite wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so I got DC in mind. Okay, yeah, okay. 24, you managed to flip off, and I'll say it only costs you 5 feet of movement to get off of Iceberg.
Okay. Oh yeah. You stay there, Iceberg. I'm gonna get him.
I will remind
Yes.
everyone that as they attacked, you heard these jester-masked individuals call out, "For Avandra! For the Changebringer!"
Changebringer. Yeah, so that's 20 foot. That's all she's got left. And she's gonna double whack him.
Whackity whack. A
Yeah.
10 is a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, second attack.
The names.
A 20, a 21 that definitely hits, but you do not get sneak attack on it because.
Yep.
And then it's just the piercing damage. Yeah, so just 3 points of damage. Okay, yeah, so you stab into the side of his cloak on this, your small form. You dash up as fast as you can, and then stab this man in the leg as he lets out an awful yelp and kind of looks down at you, and just you see half of his face snarl at you.
Ugh, you should have whole of a face, man.
So it is the rebels go. So this one in front of you, Blossom, is going to attack you.
Yep.
Quickly turn off roll with advantage. 'Cause
Can we say that she put on the ring, by the way?
yes, that's fine. Because
I can take it off.
Gertrude definitely identified that for you. I think you just forgot to do it. So you.
I can't remember. I just can't remember who we said we were going to give it to. So
I'm pretty sure it was you. That it was the ring of protection you got in the mines, from the guy who was like, "It's my family heirloom. You can take it because I'm weird."
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you guys wanted to give it to Blossom because Blossom kept going down.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
I can't remember. Okay, I've got it on then.
Okay, so...
And I've got the new studded armor on as well.
Nice. So this guy you see pulls out a dagger that you can see Blossom in front of you is like dripping with this like liquid on top of it on the dagger, and he's going to swing out and try and stab you with it. It's a 20 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, so you take 4 piercing damage and 2 poison, and you've got to succeed on a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Hang on, so 6 damage?
6 damage in total.
I'm not looking. And then what's
I
it?
can't see Blossom's HP bar.
Ooh, I will change that for you. Yes. You are correct. You should be able to see it now.
Yep.
Let me update our token so I don't push that off in the future. There we go. Brilliant.
13.
And you got 13, that's a pass, so you are alright. This one over here is going to attack this guard. So let me... Scimitar, that is a 12, which misses. This one over here is going to run up to Blossom because he sees his friend being attacked. And he is also going to try and stab out with his... let me mark these guys quickly just so I don't forget. This guy is also going to try and stab out with one of these poison daggers. 6 misses.
Yeah.
It's not consumed unless it hits, just so you know. This guy is going to move up to this guard and attack out with his scimitar. That is 11, which misses. Let me actually put 2 things on. Red means they've gone, and green means they've used their things, because there's quite a lot of them on the old board.
Makes sense.
This one here is going to move to the guard as well. It's an 18, which does hit, dealing 3 points of slashing damage. This guy is also going to move up to here, where his AC is lowered by 2, because I'm going to start using the variant rules for Wildemount.
Nice.
Well, that's a 7, definitely misses. This guy is going to move up to Snooper. As you see, he is readying his thing. He's going to whack him with his scimitar. That is a hit with a 22. Dealing 2 points of slashing damage.
Oh shit.
This guy is going to move up to this commoner. I'll try and stab him. There's a 9, which actually misses.
Yeah.
This guy is going to attack the guard. That's an 11, which misses. This guy is going to try and attack the commoner. Which misses.
Yeah.
Guys are not doing great. This guy is going to actually run in and try and attack Gertrude.
How did he know?
With his poison dagger. Oh, a 14. I think just hits.
Yeah, it just hit.
Mother
So that is 10 points of damage in total, and a Constitution saving throw for me, please. And a nat 20 in the con save, though, means you are not poisoned. This one here is going to run up and try and attack this guard. With his scimitar. Ooh, a 16 does hit. Just. Ooh, 7 points of slashing damage, not bad. And I think there's a couple more. Oh, there's a few more actually. This guy's going to move up to this commoner. It's going to swing out, hit,
No.
and kills the commoner.
Yay!
No. fatality.
And then this guy up here is going to attack this guard, and this guard's going to attack this guard. So 2 red tokens on them.
Hopefully the
And then-
gods have got at least a better AC.
These guards have got this.
An 8 and a 5,
Oh.
both miss.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that is all the rebels. Apologies for. Oh well, I've got the guards to go now, so you guys get to get the fun thing of Lewis gets to sit here and roll stuff.
God, I remember that feeling doing some of my battles. Just gonna
This
quickly
guy's-
go to the loot.
Yeah, no worries. This guy's gonna dash. This guy's gonna dash. This guy's gonna make an attack. With his spear, 2-handed. It's a 7, which misses. Also put marks on these guys because there's quite a few of them as well. This guy's going to try and run up to support Blossom.
Hmm.
He's going to make a 2-handed spear attack. 11 misses. These guards are not doing great so far. This guy's going to run up to support Snooper. And he's going to make a 2-handed melee spear attack. Which also misses. Good job, guards. This guy here is going to make an attack. This spear. Also misses. Good job, guards. I think everyone is missing. This one here is pretty surrounded, so he's actually going to disengage to get back to his friend here and hold the ground. Actually, no, he'd stay here to hold the ground a bit. He's gone. And then who else have we got? We've got the guy here who is going to attack 2-handed with the spear. Oh my god, he actually hit. Oh my god, he killed him!
Let's go,
Nice.
guard.
Fucking John Cenard. This guy up here also hits. Oh, doesn't quite kill him though. There's a bit of damage though. So finally, this guard up here. Oh, I could see that natural 20. 7 points of piercing damage, not bad.
Are you gonna roll for the commoners so they can run away?
They will go at the top of the round. Snooper, again, it's me rolling. Snooper is going to use his insightful fighting as a bonus action. So he gets to make an insight check versus their 20 and against their deception, which they've got +2. Nope, fails, so he is marked. Let's just use this little one. And the Snooper's going to attack. Using his short sword. $17 definitely hits. Dealing 11 points of damage and killing this guy.
Nice.
Firion, finally.
Okay, that guy got bopped. Gertrude's just been nastily stabbed up by this guy, so he's definitely gonna target him. Yeah, we'll keep it simple for now. He'll move. Well, we're all kind of stood together. Maybe that would be smart. Okay. I think he is going to 30-foot radius. Yeah, he's gonna do his spirit totem. So he's gonna slam his staff against the ground, and the carvings in it light up, and the light pools within the bear carving. And so he summons the bear totem. And I think Blossom should be in as well. Yeah, he'll do it here.
Dope.
So
Can we to mark it on the map or?
I can do it. Let's fill it. This one here. All friendly people. Let me see if there's a limit to it. It's you and your allies. That's crazy. I don't think there's a people limit to it. So he's gonna give it to like all the guards and the commoners as well.
Oh shit.
Hmm?
Yeah. Sorry, DM.
That's alright.
Every friendly creature within 30 feet of that totem gets 8 temporary HP.
Okay, I'm not gonna add it on. I'm gonna just assume that if they get attacked,
Yep.
that they will have that.
Yeah.
But obviously, add it on for. I'll add it on for Snooper.
Yeah. Add it on for Firion.
God, you got to make someone call him Snoop Dogg at some point.
So that's his totem. That's used up. That's a bonus action though. So with his action, he will turn to Gertrude and cast Cure Wounds. Keep everybody safe and sound. Ah. 4 HP to Gertrude.
Just a thought that counts.
Actually, can I use my inspiration on that roll?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'll do it. Let's reroll the
Big
D8.
risk.
There. So that would be 4 plus 3, so 7 HP instead. And he will move to engage this guy. And that's my turn.
Okey doke. Iceberg.
Well, I already told him to stand there like a dumbass. Blossom, hey, Iceberg, you go trample the people with half faces. So that's what he's going to do.
Okey doke.
A minute. So okay, 60 foot.
B
Looks
for
around.
bear.
Beer.
So where's the nearest half-face person? Down there, I guess. Yeah. How easily can he squish through these people to get here, for example?
Yeah, I'll allow it. He's big enough to sort of push through. As long as he doesn't end his turn in there, it's fine.
Okay. It's gonna.
It's not like he's that wide, so.
No. Then yeah, he's just gonna trample this guy.
Okey doke. So, make your hoof attack, I believe. That is a 10, which misses, unfortunately.
Yep. And then he'll go past. Actually, no, it won't. It's gonna. Oh, there's 2 more behind there. Suppose he could. He might die there.
Up to you.
Hang on, just trying to get to over here. There we go. I think he can get that far.
Can you get that far? 40 feet, right?
Yeah, it's got 60 feet.
60 feet, damn.
Yeah.
No problemo. Is that his turn?
I think so. I think he's just got 1 attack, yeah.
Oh, Gertrude.
Gertrude's going to use a halfling nimbleness to dash through this guy's legs completely
Yes.
unnecessarily.
Use it at every opportunity.
Yeah. And she's going to turn around and try and whack it.
Whereas AC is lower.
Not advantage, though, right?
No advantages, no.
Oh, the
reroll.
halfling!
Oh
Oh, my god!
God.
What the
Damn it.
fuck?
That is
She'll,
depressing.
She'll use her flurry of blows, though.
Okay, so 2 attacks.
They're, yeah.
2 unarmed attacks, I think, for flurry of blows. 21
Nice.
definitely hits, and a 19 definitely hits.
Nice.
4 on the first. 3 on the second. Okay, he's still standing. He's looking pretty hurt from that, though.
Okay. She'll
Wow.
stay there.
So, at the top of the round, you see the commoners begin to try and start fleeing, so...
Whoa. I don't know the meaning of the word disengage.
Away! Ooh, my back.
This is there.
Did you see the crest, Kieran?
This guy is
Kieran.
disengage. They are all disengaging. I'm not doing anything else. Most of them will get away. Do I think that's all of them? No, there's one here. I think that's all of them. Yeah, that looks like all of them to me. But at the top of the round, the fire also begins to spread. Extra 4. Okay.
These two up here trying to move their plane.
They are, yeah, currently.
Mm.
Did not mean to copy the plane.
God, they're gonna burn to death.
That wholesome Wildemount feel.
Yep.
Did you see the crest, Kieran?
I did, it was awesome.
Okay, good. Just wanted to check.
Right, back to the rebels. So let's start with this one
Oh.
up.
I think it's Blossom first.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Blossom first.
Okay.
Move back round.
Oh, and defend people as well, Iceberg. I forgot to say that. That's pretty important, though. Don't forget. Oh, and you, Mr. Man. Well, you dodged my first one. That's pretty good, but can you dodge this one?
Okay, 21 definitely hits, and you also do get sneak attack because this guard is an ally. So you 100% kill this guy.
That'd be a no. I'm just gonna get this one with the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it is a miss though with an 8.
yeah.
Do not connect as you try and stab out with the dagger. Up
Mhm.
next is the rebels. So let's start with this one up here. This one is going to attack with the scimitar. 15 is a miss, unfortunately. This one is going to try and stab out at you, Blossom. And he's going to try and stab out with his poison-coated dagger.
What?
Yeah, that is a miss, though. And then we've got 3 down here. This one's going to run here. These two are going to run to this fucking mechanical horse, because... So, the first one is going to attack the guard with his scimitar. 17 hits. Deals 5 slashing damage. The guard is still just standing. Then we've got 2 attacks on Iceberg. Both with the scimitar. 18 and 19 both hit.
Iceberg, we hardly knew you.
2 slashing damage, and then 6 slashing
that's
damage.
alright.
8 points of damage to him.
Yeah.
Then we've got this one over here, which is going to come up and flank Gertrude. And he's going to stab out with his poison-coated dagger. Your AC is slightly reduced. 18 definitely hits. 6 points of damage and a con save for me, please, Gertrude. You pass with flying colours. This guy here, though, is now just going to stab out with his scimitar because he's already used his dagger. Also hits for 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh, did Iceberg get temporary hit points as well?
He would have,
I'm
yeah.
so tempted to say no. Because Firion doesn't like him, but yeah, he would.
Oh wait, Lewis, this guy here, he counts as analysed apparently.
Ooh, okay. What does that mean?
You can whenever you hit a creature with flurry of blows, you can mark them as analysed.
Oh, that's when
So
you learn their
when-
weaknesses, don't you?
when you he misses Gertrude,
Yeah.
she can use her reaction to make an unarmed melee attack against
Okay.
him.
He did hit you, though, right? So you don't get that.
No, I hit him.
Yeah, I know, but he has to miss you, right, to be able for you to be able to use that, or does he have to hit you?
Oh no, I'm just saying he counts as analysed.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep.
Right, so this guy down here is going to attack the guard.
The guard would have got the temp HP too.
Yes, you're right. I'll add that on for him.
Anyone within 30. So this guy just does as well.
Minus that, so he's just got 5 left.
Wow, so good.
Real good. This guy here is going to swing out on one of these commoners.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Nope,
Oh!
he misses. This guy up here is going to...
But he'd be safe if he didn't have a -4 to his dexterity.
run up to Gertrude, because she's the only... Actually, no, he would run up to this guard, because he killed his friend. So he's going to attack the guard.
Oof, taking on John Cena. Questionable.
He missed. And this guy does have temporary HP as well, I believe.
He's not in like a proper square, so it's kind of on the border. Ooh.
I'll allow it.
Yee.
Who else is there? There's this guy up here. Let's make an attack with him. $14 misses. There's a shit.
Let's go, guards.
This guy up here. Misses.
Yeah.
Right, so that is all the rebels on the next one. However, you, Firion, Gertrude, both do perception checks for me. Blossom's too far away. Okay, both of you see a half-orc man moving across the, from sort of beyond the crowd with the commoners, wearing a half-jester mask, and you both recognize this man as the man you met who came into town and scammed you out of some money whilst you were gambling. If you remember that.
Oh.
Yes.
At the pub games.
Yep.
Not the guy for bags.
can't remember if he had bags, but he had the different thing games, and he was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
that
man,
guy.
you just roll another dice, man."
Yeah.
You see this guy up here wearing a
Motherfucker.
half jester mask, and you see him run up behind Snooper. And he is going to attack Snooper. And he hits,
Oh,
dealing 4 slashing damage.
I need to see his health bar.
What, Snoopers?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Did you do Snooper's temp HP?
I did, yeah.
Nice.
So he's got... I'll show that to you as well. That is his turn. The guards. Right, so this guard is going to move down to support his friends. So he's going to attack one of the cultists. He hits just.
It is only one-handed for the damage, I would say. Because they got their shields, right?
You're totally right. I'm rolling the wrong one. Thank you for that.
That's alright. I only just thought of it this round.
There we go, 3 damage.
Triz.
And then this one up here will attack the one just above him. Hits. 5 damage. Not bad at all. This one down here will attack this guy. Oh, this must be so exciting, me rolling dice. Once you guys get to sit there.
Great, watching a gang war.
No.
I made this fight quite a long time ago. I might have changed it if I did it now.
Cops versus robbers.
Let's get up here. Hits. Fucking John Cena.
Just fucking go.
Does 5 damage to this guy. Bad. This guy up here is going to attack. Hits. Kills him.
Beautiful.
Nice.
This guy up here is going to attack. Misses though. And then who have we got left? We've just got these 3 up here who are just fucking wait. No, we got the guy next to Blossom first actually. He's going to spear out. Misses.
Oh.
And then we got these 3 up here who are going to flank him, so it does lower the AC a bit.
Jesus.
So, 1, 2.
I picked the wrong side.
So yeah, this guy's both hit, so that's 2 damage. And then 4 to 6 damage, and this last guy does not get flanking. So 20 still hits though. For 5, and that guy is definitely dead. Yeah.
For a 100.
And that is all the guards, I believe. Snooper is up next. Snooper is going to use his insightful fighting on Bruno England, which is his name. Bruno is going to try and use his amazing deception. Oh my god, he actually beat him.
Oh, let's go.
You can't see me, man. So, Snooper will still swing out with his short sword. Misses.
Damn,
You can't
bad
touch
time
me
for
either. Roll the dice again, man. Firion, it's your go.
Okay. Things are going fairly well. So Varian's just gonna go into offense mode, and I think he's just gonna smack this guy over the back of the head with a shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Cool.
Oh,
Well, that's a natural one.
it's a miss, unfortunately. As you power up with the staff of the Shillelagh magic, he kind of turns around, sees you, and you see this like kind of horrified expression on his face, and he just kicks you right in the knee, and it just kind of forces you to swing
the
out
knee.
and miss.
That is my turn. How does Shillelagh work again?
I think it's
Bonus action powers it up for a minute, and then action to attack. Yeah, that's my turn.
Iceberg.
Iceberg is gonna hoof this guy in front of him.
Okey doke. Definitely a hit.
Oh, why didn't it roll damage as well?
You got
How do I do-
click on where it says hooves.
Did press hooves?
No, in the chat. Click on where it says
Oh,
hooves.
I want to be on the side with the metal horse.
8 bludgeoning damage is enough to kill this dude as it just crushes his head into the asphalt.
That's good job, Iceberg.
That is Iceberg's turn. Gertrude.
Gertrude's going to try and hit the gunner right with her quarterstaff.
Yep. Definitely hits. Two-handed, right?
Yeah. And then she's going to use Flurry of Blows.
Yep, he's the both still standing.
So then she's going to try and hit the one on her left.
Yep. So he's flanked, so slightly lower AC. $14 definitely hits. And that is enough to finish him off. He was looking pretty badly hurt already.
And she'll use the other one to try and hit the guy on the right.
Like you don't.
Damn it.
I miss, unfortunately, though.
Sheet.
It just swings at them wide in between his legs. Is that your turn, Gertrude?
Just trying to decide what to do. Yeah, actually, she'll move up here. Yeah.
Doug, at the top of the round.
Oh, no.
The fire is spreading.
I was going to say biplane, but I guess it is a biplane. Oh, no.
Your humour's higher brow than mine, Kieran. I was just like, that stage looks like a wooden penis.
God damn it.
Fire burned the wood.
I spent hours making that. And you just hear Master Maker Clef Tinkertop just shouting out, Risa, I think we better run! It's like, yes, duh.
Get out of there.
He's going to start running away. 25 feet, because they are gnomes.
My guy's invention isn't still up there, is it?
No, they luckily
Oh,
took it
thank
off
God.
for the second round.
There's years of research.
And then that is Blossom's turn. You would see the commoners are all managed to flee at this point, so I will move all onto the GM layer. Yeah, Blossom, it is your turn.
Yep, Blossom is gonna just stab this guy.
Okey doke.
Oh, she'll move around the other side.
Oh!
Oh shit, and you do get sneak as well. He did. How do you want to kill him, Blossom?
Well, as she's going around the other side, she just sort of slices around with her dagger and kind of cuts like a deep cut right into his side, and so brings him out.
Okay, he is most certainly dead.
So that 5, 10. Hang on.
Maybe you got your bonus action dash if you need to move far enough.
True.
Maybe you got
Yeah, bonus
25 normally, so 50 feet with bonus.
bonus action dash to this guy here. Got him. Got there.
Nice. Second attack. With the
Oh,
bonus.
no. Action dash.
Oh, of course, your bonus action dash, so you can do it. Nice catch. Now it is the rebels' turn. They are starting to panic a bit, but they still think just about holding on there right now. In fact, I'm going to do a wisdom save for each one before they attack. Pretty low DC though. He fails. This guy is going to try and fucking run, so he is disengaging.
Rude.
This guy, do a wisdom save for him. He passes though, so he's going to attack the one here.
Is it this guy?
This guy.
This guy?
No, the guy above, and he hits the natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's 5, 6, 12 points of damage. That temporary HP was not enough, unfortunately.
No, Barry.
By 1 HP.
No.
That's sad. That is his poison dagger used, though.
Who's gonna tell his wife and 3 kids?
You got this one down here. He's going to make a wisdom save. Passes. He's going to attack. They're going to start using the poison daggers on the guards as well. 11 misses though. This guy's going to move up. He's actually going to try and flank him. I should do the wisdom save first, actually.
Wisdom.
Don't fail. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so he's going to use his poison dagger. 16 hits with the flanking.
Ruh-roh.
Ooh, 8 points of damage. Temporary HP comes off. He's still alive though. But he does have to make a Constitution saving throw. And he fucking nat 20s it. Good job, guard. This one here is going to do a wisdom save. He passes, so he is actually going to move back to back with this guy and then attack Gertrude with his scimitar. Ooh, 18 hits, dealing 3 slashing damage to you, Gertrude. This guy here is going to make a wisdom save as well. Misses.
That was his wisdom save.
Oh, it's wisdom save. Yeah, you're right. So it passes. To hit though. Hits.
Ooh.
So 3 slashing damage. Temporary HP is coming in big. This guy up here is making a wisdom save.
Spirit of the bear be with you all.
Passes. And he's going to use his poison dagger because this guy's fucking him up. Ooh, 7 points of damage. Con save for him as well. Poor guard just got stabbed with a nasty dagger. Fails. So he is poisoned. That is all the rebels' turns, I believe.
This one up here, did he attack?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he just did.
Okay, cool.
Bruno England is going for Snooper. Hey man, don't stand a chance against Bruno England. Wait, I didn't say my name because I'm trying to hide my face. 4 points of slashing damage. Takes off that temporary HP. Right, it's his turn though. Guards. This guard up. 3 up here. I'm actually going to say I'm going to start like sort of like trying to secure the area. And try and chase after this one. The one here is going to attack this guy. Two-handed. It's rubbish damage. Thank you. This guy here is going to move off. Let me tag all of these guys as well. Show they've gone. Oh god, I'm lagging so much. I'll roll 20, put it together. There's so many fucking tokens in this map. This guy. This guy here is pretty trapped in. He's going to try and disengage and fall back to you guys. And try and help his friend up here. This guy here is actually going to move around to here because they're not stupid, these guards. So he gets flanking, hits, and kills this guy.
Nice.
Job, guards. This one here is going to try and rush up to save his poison friend. Get away from him! Not Larry! He hits and kills this guy.
Yeah. Hero.
Job, guards. Okay. And I think that is all the guards. Snooper is going to try and attack. He's going to try and do insightful fighting again on Bruno England.
No.
Not great. Deception. Fuck, you've been by 1 both times. Come on, Snooper. I do not understand your weird sayings. A 16, however, does hit. He would have fucking like one-shot him if that hadn't happened. 8 points of damage. He's still standing. Ouch, man. That kind of hurts. Firion, back to you.
Hmm.
God, I love this music.
Great music.
Yeah, I like it.
Pillars of Eternity, baby.
Very is going to call out towards well, just to people around him, but he's going to say, "We should keep one alive for information." And then he's going to turn towards a Bruno England. And he's going to point his staff towards him. And spectral vines and thorns constrict around him, and he's going to cast Hold Person on him.
Ooh. DC 13 Wisdom save. Imagine he's got amazing wisdom. Nope, he fails.
So he is, I believe, paralyzed.
Very nice.
At the end of each of his turns, he gets to make another save.
Is that your turn?
Is my turn?
Iceberg.
It's gonna hoof him.
Hoof. That is definitely a hit. 6 points bludgeoning damage. He's still standing, barely. Somehow.
Iceberg's just
Gertrude.
fucking murderizing people.
Those guards look like they've got that guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she'll run down there then.
Mm-hmm. Here's a hit with a 16. 6 points of damage. He's looking
And then
rough.
once more, she will use Flurry of Blows.
Nice. First unarmed strike. Always a miss. Second unarmed strike is also a miss.
Oh,
Shit.
So unlucky.
Anything else,
Okay.
Gertrude?
No.
At the top of the round. 5. Keep running, my dear. Yes, star. The rebel. Oh no, Blossom. Sorry.
oh my god, guys, there's a really big fire. Is there any water nearby?
Do a perception check for me. It's the crowds of people and everything that's going on. It's pretty hard to spot one within.
Well, she didn't find any water, so she pulls out a little flask of water, a little, what's it called? The little water skin, and she uses control water to try and put a little bit of it out.
Okay, roll a d4 and I'm minusing 2 to this. Because
Yeah.
it's from a water skin, so...
Yeah.
Okay, got rid of 2 though.
Okay.
You managed to chuck it out from the water skin and kind of like drag it through the fire back and forth, just like, come on, girl!
Yeah. That's it.
Okie doke. The rebels. This one down here is going to leg it. And he is off the map at this point. So I'll say he is essentially got away for now. As he kind of blends into the crowd, probably taking his mask off. This one here is going to do a wisdom save to see if he tries to run. He does not. He's going to stay. So, attack with that is poison dagger. 2 slashing damage to the guard.
So, down here,
Yeah,
can I put disadvantage on it with the horse?
you can indeed.
Yeah.
It's a special thing. Roll again. It misses.
Yeah.
We
Good
gain-
horse.
You see Iceberg come in the way, blocking the hit slightly and causing him to miss.
Yeah.
Then we've got the one next to Gertrude, who is also going to make a wisdom save. Passes. Gonna attack with a scimitar. 12 misses. This one up here is going to come and try and... he's going to do his wisdom save first. Hold on. Wisdom save. Passes, so he's going to try and flank. So he's going to use his poison coated dagger because he's not used it yet.
Oh.
And 8 misses though.
Hey, did this guy hit?
No.
He's analysed then, so she can use her reaction to smack him back.
Ooh, nice.
Look.
So roll the wacky for me. It hits. Just.
Stamps on his foot.
And you stamp on his foot so hard that you manage to kill him.
Yeah.
Footsie's champion.
Who's left? There's this guy. Let's go move up to here. Let's make a wisdom check for him. Natural 1, he's running. Disengage. That is all of them, I think. Looks like it. Now we're on to Bruno England, who is paralysed. At the end of the turn, he can make a is it wisdom save?
Yep. DC 13.
No.
Yeah.
The guards. The guards are going to try and attack this guy. One-handed. Misses. These guys are all securing the... this guy's actually going to try and finish him off. He's close enough.
Ooh.
Yeah, that guy's definitely dead.
Hmm.
Who else is left? This guy's going to try and chase after this guy. One-handed.
Freeze, scumbag!
Hits. Doesn't quite kill him though. However, these guys up here probably are going to kill him. Yeah, definitely hits, and that is most definitely enough to kill him. And I think, apart from Bruno England and this guy, oh no, there's this guy down here still. So he's going to flank with Gertrude. Hits. 3 damage, not enough to kill him. I think that is all the guards' turns though. You can go, the rest are trying to secure the area. Snooper. He's paralysed, right?
Yes, and Firion said we should keep one alive.
Yeah, Snooper's not stupid.
Okay.
Snooper will, however, try and knock him unconscious.
Nice.
So I'm going to use Kieran's rules. So he's going to try and hit him with the end of his short sword. So this will do... Is it 1d4 for just a regular bludgeoning weapon, Kieran?
What's it? Is his sword a D8?
D6.
Oh, be a D3, but
So D3, so essentially... So,
Yeah, D3 is easy.
yeah, just half the 6, essentially.
Advantage because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, good point. I missed... Okay, you did hit. So that was a 5 on the thing, so it would have been a 3. The 3 plus 2 is 5 points.
5, non-lethal.
Still standing. He will use 2-weapon fighting with a dagger and try and hit him with that, so...
Clunk, clunk.
Does hit. So this is a D2. So it's actually doesn't get the +2 to it. And
So it's just 2.
actually 2 damage. But he's still actually standing on 1 HP.
that's
Firion.
not good.
Firion has disadvantage on his attack. So Firion is actually going to grapple him, just to make sure.
Would be a straight roll though, right? He's paralysed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, alright, he'll just try and knock him out with the staff.
You could flank him as well. To get the minus.
Quarterstaff's got to be,
Yeah, it's non-lethal.
Yeah.
so it uses its full thing, right?
I
Yeah.
would also say that Iceberg is also attacking things with a mask on.
I mean, Varian's got no control over Iceberg.
No, take the mask off.
Okay. Would Blossom blow a reaction to say that? Would Blossom have figured that out, even though Hannah did?
Definitely not. She's watching us. That's why I said it.
Boop.
Definitely hits. Now that is
Boink.
10 points of non-lethal bludgeoning damage. So it's the DC's 9, right, Kieran? If he's on 1 HP. It's like the leftover damage.
Yeah, so leftover
So he
damage.
has to pass a DC of 9, right?
Let me just check.
Fail this shit.
I'm pretty sure that's
No,
right.
I should have unarmed. I think my unarmed strike does like negative damage.
Yeah, excess damage. So DC 2 plus excess.
Oh, DC 2, so it'd be 11 DC.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Passes, so he is not unconscious. He's still paralyzed.
Yep.
And Iceberg.
Well, she's unconscious.
There's one over here that isn't unconscious.
That's true.
And you told him to protect people as well. And this one's attacking Gertrude.
That is true. It's a good game. Hoof.
Gold hoof. A 15 hits. 8 points of bludgeoning damage is enough. And
Yeah.
the Who's smash in, and Iceberg finishes the last remaining rebel.
It's fucking Iceberg like covered in blood on the front.
He's a white horse. Well, but you can't see the turn unless you got the fire.
Oh, very good point. I did end the turn order annoyingly. It's super annoying. Well, we'll do it out of combat. We'll do it out of initiative.
Yeah.
We'll keep the music going. So, with the fire burning on around you, how are you guys gonna try and put this thing out?
Guys, I ran out of juice to put down the fire. Anyone got any more?
How stable does that tent look?
It looks kind of like a circus tent, so it looks like it's like pegged into the ground and stuff. So, not massively.
Is there anything near the wooden stage, or is it just a standalone stage?
It looks mostly just like a standalone stage.
Ah, Therian would just be like, it's just a stage.
Yeah, but what if it spreads like over here and burns all the good stuff?
Move the good stuff away.
That's a good idea, Phil. Let's move the good stuff away.
You can see the guards now are gathering round, trying to grab what Blossom did miss. There was a number of troughs just over in this direction to feed the horses. So the guards are like grabbing buckets and throwing it over. And I'll say,
You find that, guys?
for the sake of ease that this is gradually put out, although the stage is definitely damaged and is left in quite a state.
And the plane.
The plane
Completely
is fucking ruined.
Yeah.
The glider is
Damn it.
donezo.
Can Gertrude go over to Bruno, England?
Mm-hmm.
She wants to search him to try and find the money they got swindled out of.
Oh shit! Okay.
He wouldn't be
Someone's gonna-
paralysed anymore, Lewis, because it only lasts a minute.
Someone's going to go around collecting daggers.
Yeah, you'd find quite a few daggers. You'd find equal amount to how many fucking rebels are on there. They are no longer poisoned, though. Maybe they got one use of the poison.
Therian
Gertrude,
has a big frown on his forehead as he looks at the blood-stained metal abomination that stood in the fucking square nearby.
Yeah,
Gertrude,
Blossom comes up.
Gertrude, do a investigation check for me. Okay. In that case, can you roll a D100 for me? 40. Then can you roll 4d6 for me? You find on him is 14 silver pieces. He does not seem to be carrying the money with him, from what you can tell. However, even with a 7, you do find a note on his body.
Yeah, she just dumped the money back down then and be more interested in the note.
I'll show it to you now. Anyone wants to read it aloud, then?
I'll go through it all, I guess. For a new empire, a better empire, for the train springer, brother, sister, lay waste to the cruel machines of war and death that the empire dogs so proudly exhibit. We will make them pay for all they have done, and we will bring change. The Iron Runway event in Huppadook on the 1st of Quenpila, the Saviour.
Savior, more like the battler.
Exactly, Blossom.
Yeah.
As you're chatting, you see a number of guards followed, or led by rather, a familiar face in Watchmaster Bram Gulchwattle comes running in, and he's like, oh, bloody hell! We were expecting an attack, but not quite so many people. Is everyone alright?
No.
Yeah, I think most of us are okay. You okay, Firion? You okay, Gertrude? Gambling man, are you okay? Snooper?
I am still rather well, Miss Thugwacker.
That's good.
Gertrude's like, I found this note on one of the attackers. I don't know if it really explains anything. I guess we didn't do an amazing job of the security.
Well, to be honest, without your help, then this could have gone a lot worse. And he kind of looks down to the dead guard who's being sort of consoled by his friend, like he's holding him in his hair, kind of trying to like hold the wound kind of thing, but he's clearly gone. And he just says, fucking hell. Well, yeah, you captured one of them. That's more than I can say. It's a job well done. I'm ashamed. Shame we couldn't save everyone.
Do you recognise him? We knew him from the tavern. He seemed like a bit of a swindler.
Let's do a quick.
She'll take his mask off.
Yeah. We'll do a quick wisdom check. Where is he? To see if he recognises him. I'll do perception actually. Ooh,
Can Firion gather 4 intact masks from the people?
Yes, of course. Yeah, quite easily. You could go
Oh.
around checking for the masks. I quickly re-roll. Plus 2 to that. So a 6. He looks down at the guy and says, "Doesn't ring a bell to me. Maybe he's travelled into the city."
Well,
A lot of tourists come for the event, so
I guess that's the end of the event then.
I won't be carrying on this thing after what's happened. Fucking hell. I told the Staros still wasn't a good idea to go ahead with it. Right.
It was pretty fun before this happened, though.
I know, but The losses ain't worth it, lass. Right. Men, take that man into custody for questioning. All of you. And he, reaches into, a backpack he's carrying on his back, and he just tosses this big bag of coins to you of 50 platinum pieces inside.
Hmm?
He says, "There's the rest of your payment."
Thank you. And she'd split it 25-25 and be like, we'll look after your share, Firian.
He nods.
He looks at Spurg.
Oh, yeah, Snooper.
I do not require or have need for coin, Miss Von Tillage.
Well, maybe we can just look after half and half each.
That sounds agreeable. Well, right, you three. Everyone clear the area. This is a crime scene. And you see the guards start gathering around this central pillar of upper Huppadook, the upper society that has now been... now some pretty bad things have happened as you see a lot of civilians turn to violence, and then a guard and a merchant killed in the process. And you are left moved out of the idlework shelf, corralled out with the rest of the common folk, and moved back towards the lower part of the city as they close off the idlework shelf, seemingly for the time being. So, what would you guys like to do now? Because you currently do not have any further quests, or any missions you've been tasked with, so the rest of the day is free. How do you guys react to the situation that just happened?
Well, Blossom is going to use, what's it called again? Shape water to clean off the blood from Iceberg's hooves. So, you did really good, Iceberg. I'm actually surprised you even listened to me.
Just kind of stares into the thing, just the clockwork gears inside just turning and creaking as it moves along beside you, but doesn't respond.
You're the best purchase I ever got, and she gets up on it.
Yeah, he's quite not particularly comfortable clockwork horse, but he's sturdy.
What do you think, Fionn? He's really good, right? He saved, he did lots of stuff.
I can't help but empathize with the masked ones. They talk of machines of war and death. He just kind of looks pointedly at Iceberg.
Wow.
Hey, didn't you buy him from a toy maker, Blossom?
I did. I know. He's amazing. The best toy I ever bought.
They're certainly more dangerous than what we had in the tillage.
Well, I guess that explains why it's so expensive.
Why
Well,
does one have such need for what you call toys, Miss Thugwacker?
Why do you need toys? Because they're really fun to play with. You never played with a toy, Snooper.
He kind of looks around, like slightly confused, and looks down at his short sword. And he goes up into the pose, and he says, and then kind of pulls it back down, looks at it kind of very inquisitively, like kind of turning his head like a confused dog, and he says, "Does this count as a toy?"
I guess so.
Then I suppose I enjoy playing with toys. Although I wouldn't necessarily say enjoy. However, it is useful.
Very useful. And the iceberg is really useful as well. She gives it a pet like a normal horse.
Just doesn't
Right.
respond at all. The gear's still turning. Kind of creaks slightly as you pet it, like king king.
They're usually used to inadvertently teach children things, Snooper. Well, most of the time anyway.
That makes quite a lot of sense, Miss Von Tillage.
Really, Gertrude? I had one of my toys when I was growing up was it was like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically if you look at like a tin can, but without a lid, and you know,
Did it have?
without a base, it was pretty sharp most of the time. It was the toy we had.
Maybe it was like a telescope?
Mm, oh well, if you put it up to your eye, it kind of hurt, but you could look through it definitely.
You could put base on it and put a piece of string on it as well.
You could put string on it. Why didn't I think about that?
Well, it doesn't sound like the most careful toy, but as long as you had fun with it, Blossom.
Oh yeah, it was really fun. One time I put it on Buttercup's hand, and it got stuck for ages, and it was like really digging in one point.
You should find some sovereign glue, Blossom. You might have some fun with it.
Sovereign glue. I don't know what sovereign glue is, but I know what glue is.
Well, if you use it, you basically can't get it unstuck unless you have a solvent for it. It can be quite funny, but probably quite dangerous as well. Actually, just forget that I mentioned it.
Sovereign glue. That sounds really interesting. I definitely want some now.
Maybe we'll find some one day. Should we go and speak to the roster?
Yeah, we could do. We still want to know about the masked people. What are we gonna do with this guy? Have we got the?
No, the guards have definitely taken him into custody.
Okay, they've taken him. Okay, cool.
So are you guys going to head off and talk to the Starosta?
So
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Varian's going along. He's being very wrinkly nosed, holier than thou, though.
Mhm.
He's got Snooper there. He's got fucking Meccano horse.
iceberg bomb.
Meccano horse.
So,
Murder stallion.
you guys make your way back towards the Ironside barracks. You make your way inside the large room with the red velvet carpet that lies along the center, and you see a number of people moving around as usual, performing various different tasks. But things are in quite a panic at the moment. You see lots of people rushing around and sort of reporting different bits of information. You see lots of the people sort of rushing out to kind of patrol the streets and see what's going on, basically. So it's a bit hectic in there. It's a bit people moving in and out, reporting stuff, and going back and forth. And you kind of make your way through. There's no queue or anything because it is so hectic. There's not many people here. Like I said, it's a bit hectic and a bit manic in here. But you make your way up to the central desk area where the sort of receptionist is going back and forth over different files, writing things down and kind of relaying information to different people. And she says, sorry, what do you need? We're very busy right now. There's been some kind of accident or disaster in the upper city.
Oh yeah, we were there. We just came to report to Mr. Roster.
Right, she's very busy right now. Can I take a message?
She kind of looks at her. Well, she might want to see something we've got, but...
Do a persuasion check for me. Okay. She says, what is it exactly?
It's just a note we found on one of the people who attacked the citizens in the market. We were there and we took quite a few of them out, as well as got a hostage.
Well, that's brilliant news. I'm very glad. I can take this note for you and pass it along to her.
Can Gertrude do an insight
Yeah,
check?
yeah.
She's like, these people could be everywhere.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Firion would do the same.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Roll a deception check. Gertrude, you're not 100% sure. She seems a bit flustered and a bit out of it. Firion, you don't get a sense that she's involved with anything. You think that she's just a receptionist who is clearly a little bit out of her depth right now as reports are going across the city trying to basically lock down the city to make sure no criminals get out.
Yeah.
And basically she's kind of caught in the middle of it with all the different people reporting stuff, and she's having to relay all that information to the Starosta basically with her and her small team, which looks at the moment basically just to be her. So you don't think you get any nasty things from her, but you just get she's a sense of massively overwhelmed.
Yeah, he'd say, that will be fine. And he'd look at and nod at Gertrude as he says it.
Gertrude will. Is there any paper or anything around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's loads of papers on the desk, yeah.
She'd be like, and she like writes a quick note saying, just tell her it's from the Spar Killers.
The Spar Killers, brilliant. That's fine. I'll make sure she gets it as soon as possible.
Well, have a good day.
And you, I don't think it will be a good day though. Not after this. Oh, and all the damn blooming tourists are stuck in here as well. What are we gonna do with them? Just trails off as you walk away in here, kind of trying to manage stuff.
Oh, let's get over here. They look a bit busy.
Okay.
So, you make
Now,
sorry, go
to
on,
bed.
Blossom. The time is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, maybe like 2, nearly 3.
Afternoon nap time.
But you know it does take about 2 hours, an hour and a half on horseback to get back to Sparkiller Base.
Horseback nap time.
So, what you guys plan? They're trying to lock down. They're locking down the city, but with your good prestige you've earned in the city, you could quite easily find a way out. The Watchmaster is 100% at the front gates. That's where he would be. He would recognise you and would let you leave the city if you wanted to head back to Sparkiller Base, or if you wanted to try and do something else within the city before then, you're more than welcome to. I will remind you of a few places within the city, just so you know. And the upper tier is completely closed off, so you can't go anywhere up there. However, you've got the... well, you could go to the prison if you wanted to. There's Gearhole Prison, not there's not particularly a huge amount there. You've got the herbalist shop, the Lay of the Land herbalist, which Firion met a druid named Zendasa.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got the Firemark facility, which is kind of where they make like gunpowder and things like that for the war efforts. You've got the Prayer Foundry, which is the Temple to Moradin, which has like an attached library. You've got... That's pretty much about it, to be honest.
We don't have any more quests, do we?
Not currently.
Not currently.
No, not currently.
What day was Hedwig coming? Or sending a letter?
You know it's due to arrive tomorrow.
Oh shit!
What about our
Nice.
horses?
Your
Our
ponies
ponies.
are unfortunately not due to arrive until the end of the month, which is the 27th, which is the Hazel Festival. So, for reference, you will have to leave Hoppaduke. At the very latest, you'd have to leave on the 13th of Campilla to be able to make it in time. But if you wanted to make it for the Hazel Festival, you probably have to leave. And if you wanted to stop anywhere on the way, for example, if you wanted to stop in Nogvrot for the Siege Ball stuff for a few days, or if you wanted to stop anywhere else for a few days, then you would have to leave a little bit earlier, I would say. But it's the first of Campilla, though, so you've got at least a week's downtime, essentially, now.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
if you guys are planning to head back to Sparkilla Base and sort of commence into the downtime period, then we can kind of move into that sort of section of the session. Or is there anything else you'd like to do in Upper Duke first?
Gertrude would like to buy some stuff, but she doesn't know what she wants to buy.
Okay, if you want to think about it, then like you could do it over the course of this week, or you could do it. You could do it before you leave as well, but you don't have to.
He needs it for tomorrow, doesn't he? If Thingy's showing up.
She's not
Oh, no, that's
showing
the
up.
letter.
It's just the letter arriving.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
What about the silly door in our house?
Oh, that's a good point, Blossom.
You could place your murder machine there.
Well, I could. He'll block the door. He'll be a good guard dog, won't you, Iceberg?
Just doesn't
Is it?
respond. Yeah.
Furion
Begins
shudders.
whiz a bit. Whilst he certainly has the capabilities of a horse, he does not have the lifelike. Does not have a lifelike visage.
Personality.
Yeah, personality. So,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys want to move into the downtime section of the session?
Just trying to work out if there's anything I want to do in town right now.
Yeah, you don't have anything specific to do in terms of quests or anything, so it would really be off your own back if you wanted to do anything. But you can, of course, do this over the course of the week. I will say for now that the city would remain in lockdown for essentially 2 days whilst they try to catch the criminal. The remaining one that got away that they know about, but there could be more that they're not sure about. In fact, I'm going to roll to see how well they do. So let's roll a series.
I think Gertrude would mention it, but she would say, maybe we should buy some stuff to occupy Lambert so he doesn't get carried away.
Hmm.
Not going well.
Wait, what?
I'm just rolling to see how well they do an investigation. 14 plus 12 is 26, 27.
Oh, that's what she'd want to do, because she'd want to do it as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
She'd want to just find a place where there's like locks. Any kind of...
You could certainly find a place that sold locks, especially there would be like manufacturing places all over the lower part of the city. There's not really your there's general stores and stuff. They're a bit kind of back alley places, and they're not as fancy as the upper parts of the city and the kind of places you can get stuff from up there. But you could quite easily find a lock, and it would probably only cost you maybe like a silver piece.
Yeah, she just wants to get it because even if it's not very good, it's like a symbol. Like, don't take my stuff.
Yep, definitely.
Blossom can do it over the week. She wants to get better stuff for Iceberg.
Okay, so should we move into the downtime sort of section?
Yeah.
Then? Okay, let me quickly get up and let me move you back to Sparkilla Base then.
You're gonna be really comfy, Iceberg, and you're gonna be extra safe. You know, this is poopy mail you've got. And look, I can make a dent in like 2 seconds, and she like punches it.
Where is it? There it is. Alright, so just quickly adjust my map. adjust the music volume as well.
How should I represent a lock?
I'm not sure.
Colour in the door.
Furion, you might have to wear gloves if you want to unlock the door. I think it's metal.
Where is the locked door?
The pantry.
Oh, then he'd say, I won't have any need to open the door. And when they came in, he would have
Well,
insisted
just in
that
case you do, you know.
he would have
You know,
insisted that
Gertrude, you got really knobby jams.
I don't steal from others.
Steal's a harsh word.
Words don't have traits.
Okay.
So,
He's being quite extra grumpy because of all the metal shit going on.
Yeah.
so over the
And he would have insisted that iceberg be taken this way through. He ain't coming round here and scaring my lovely deer and my jays.
Yep. So, well, the way we're going to play this week out is first you're going to tell me what you're going to be doing in terms of downtime during the week, and then we will play that section out, and then after that we will go through the kind of more day-to-day events that will happen. So, in terms of downtime stuff you can do, I've got a list here for you. So if anyone wants to, in fact, I can just screenshot it, and it's probably a bit easier than me reading it and you writing it down. So.
Well, I'm getting real lumbered down with these daggers. I've got so many. I'll have to put them all up pretty in my room instead. Hey, Mr. Builder Man, look at all these daggers, and she like putting them all up in one of the cupboards, hanging them all up.
Oh, they're pretty cool, actually.
Oh, nice. You know, this one's got this cool engraving on.
Oh,
She's got like 23 of them. She's putting them in the cupboard.
It reminds me back in my house, I collect spanners.
Spanners?
Spanners, yeah. I like to have loads of spanners in my tool shop.
Oh, spanners sounds really cool. Can you stab stuff with spanners?
No, but well, maybe, but you could turn screws with them.
Turn screws?
Yeah, and fix stuff. That's what I like to do. I fix things.
I suppose that makes sense. That sounds pretty fun, but not as fun as stabbing stuff.
Well, I guess not, but you know, it's a living, isn't it?
I suppose so. And collections of really cool stuff is just really good.
Yeah, that's why I really like my spanners. Your daggers are pretty cool, though.
Well, maybe you could show me spanners one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You can come around my place and I'll show you my spanner collection and my workshop, and I'm working on a little project at the moment.
Oh yeah? Has it got spanners in it?
No, but I use spanners to make it.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I want to see your spanner collection mostly, but yeah.
Yeah, you can see definitely, yeah.
Well, what? One day maybe then.
Well,
Soon.
When do you want to come round?
I don't know. Tomorrow.
Well, if you want, yeah. I am working tomorrow here, but you could come round in the evening if you like.
Oh, nah, forget about working tomorrow. Spanner collection's more important.
All right then. I'll take the day off. And the guy next to him says, "No, you fucking won't. You got a job to do here. Your next day off." And he kind of looks down and he's like,
Hey, I thought I was the person to be in the... No, okay, never mind.
"If you want your stuff finished in time, then he's going to have to work."
Oh, but spanners...
Next day off's on the 4th, though. So you come over then.
Oh. Yeah, I'll come over then. I want to see the spanner.
Oh, that's great. What's your name?
Awesome. What's your name?
Oh, Lewis frantically looks up a name. Hold on.
Frank Anglebolt.
Frank conversation.
My name's Ponkis. Ponkis Cogchart.
Monkey's org chart.
Yeah, name's Ponkis Cogchart. I'm from a long line of Cogcharts.
Org chart. I don't know what both of those words mean, but I assume it's just a really cool name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? My dad said it was pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, you can come over on the 4th and I'll show you my spanner collection.
Okay, well you can lead me there at that day because I can't. I mean, if you're not working, I don't know how I'm gonna get there.
I can come pick you up.
You could, or I could come on. No, we could both ride on Iceberg on the way there.
Oh, what's Iceberg? Is he a horse?
Yeah, he's the white horse. Did you see him come in?
Oh, no, I was busy working on stuff.
Oh, he's really pretty. You got to come and have a look at Iceberg. He's really awesome.
Okay, oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Well, I beg back to work now, though, but I'll come see him when I finish.
Yeah, okay. Or you have a break. You can come see him on your break.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
that's a good idea. I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really awesome. He doesn't. Oh, actually, I don't know if he eats stuff. I better go and ask him.
Yeah, well, you bet I love food, so, you know.
Hopefully he does.
Yeah, well, that'd be sad if he didn't.
And sadly, he wouldn't be able to taste anything. That's the saddest thing ever.
Really sad, yeah.
Exactly. Well, I'll go and ask him. See you later.
We'll see you later. This is what this guy looks like, by the way. Just found a picture. So,
Oh, he's a charmer. I can just imagine with all the old like pipe network of the loudspeaker stuff. That Firion just hears this inane babbling conversation in his room, and in the distance you just hear the sound of a quarterstaff being smashed over and over again into a metal pipe.
I'm gonna call
Love it.
Blossom's boyfriend. Hold on, I've got to quickly make this little token for him, so we do not forget about him.
Don't you forget about me.
What's his name again? Forgotten it already. I wrote it down.
Frank Anglebolt.
Ponkis Cogchart, there we go. It's like when you got all this stuff recorded in the shot and you're like, every character down, and you get to Wildemount and you're just like, yeah, Ponkis Cogchart. Alright.
I'm looking forward to Waterdeep 2 and meeting Frank Anglebolt, the head of the Builders Guild in Waterdeep.
Nah, you can't put that there. It's going to take at least...
Ooh, custom job that'd be.
Whole campaign is just like half built at base. It's like...
Langsam goes insane trying to deal with the guy. Just not reasonable.
So, if you look on Discord, there should be a list of different downtime activities you can do. If you say to me which one you would like to do, and I can go through how it works.
Research,
okay. Typically, a character needs access to a library or a sage to conduct research. So there is a library in Upper Duke, so you can definitely get access to that stuff. Assuming such access is available, conducting research requires 1 week of work effort and at least 50 gold pieces spent on materials, bribes, gifts, and other expenses. And the resolution declares... The character declares the focus of the research, a specific person, place, or a thing. After 1 week, the character makes an intelligence check with +1 to their thing bonus per 50 gold spent beyond the initial 50 gold pieces. So you can up to a maximum of +6. So you can spend more money to try and do better on it if you want to. In addition, a character has access to a particularly well-stocked library. A knowledgeable sage gains advantage on this check. It is not a well-stocked library, though. I will say that much.
Okay. She wants to research mainly about the history of the Hazel Festival and who usually goes, what kind of setup it has, if there's any particularly interesting items in the past, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Just quickly check something.
She will also drop 150 extra gold.
Okay, 150. So... Could you roll me a D100 quickly? Just to see if there's any complications in your...
I did want her to do one thing, which is research, but it might not go... Yeah, I'll tell you that later.
That's fine. Oh, you're fine.
100.
Yeah,
Wow.
Very good. So, in that case, if you're spending 150, then you get to add a +3. So if you want to make an intelligence check with me, with an extra +3 on top of it. 16.
19
So
then.
19's very good. So you learn 2 pieces of lore. So, let me see what I have about the Hazel Festival. So you learn, doing this research, Gertrude, that and this is an annual festival, and that citizens give of their abundant autumn nut harvest to the poor. It's like a festival where they gather around and they it's a festival where it's one of giving, but it's also one where they kind of it's an opportunity for farmers and the like to kind of show off their goods. So you'll find that there'll be big events where they'll ask farmers to bring in their finest goods, and there'll be like a sort of like local competitions where people rate them. There'll be like events with games and things like that. There's certainly times where they hold various different kind of farm related games. They'll have like small petting zoos there. You will learn that. You learn that but the main focus of it ultimately is once the goods are shown off and stuff, that the main thing is that they try and give it to the citizens who are less fortunate. You would also know that to avoid degrading the less fortunate, citizens decorate their doorways, sidewalks and streets with hazelnuts, and in the late evening the poor walk through the streets gathering the hazelnuts and storing them up in preparation for winter as like a extra thing that on top of what they usually give anyway. Was there anything else you wanted to
Just if there's any strange, exquisite items that have been mentioned, like brought to the festival before.
Yeah, so you would, looking through your research with the 2 pieces of lore you got, I would say that sort of counts as 1 piece of lore because that's a kind of more general topic. Searching through more of these books, that you do find more, it's quite recent. In recent years, you find this strange story. It's initially not in one of your books that you really expected to find information about this, but you found a small, like, it's almost like a newspaper clipping style story in like a small book on kind of like history of current events as told by like a halfling historian, and you uncover this story about this strange eggplant that was shown off at one of the particular Hazel festivals. That what the eggplant was particularly large, much larger than a regular eggplant. It was almost the size of a like large pig. It's probably the best way I can say how big it was, and it won that week's thing. That's why it was shown off in this thing. You can see that it was shown off, and then but also on top of that, you found this other story kind of relating to it afterwards, where a lot of you found some stories about one particular poor man that was they sometimes hold these games where the winner will get some of the best goods, and they kind of hold it for the poorer citizens. And this eggplant, which was like the best of this year's Hazel Festival, went to this small half-elf girl who was probably only maybe like 12 years old, like an orphan. And about a week later, they a strange event happened within this would have been, let me just quickly check the map and see where this would have been. I believe it was here, but let me just double check my notes quickly. Oh, Roleplaying 20 is getting so laggy for me. I have to reset the page in a minute. Yeah, it would have been because the Hazel Festival's held across the various cities and also small townsteads as well. So this particular place was a part of the Hazel Festival was people travelling into Rexentrum, and the girl was from a place called Blumenthal, which is the south east of Rexentrum. And this particular girl, she returned back to where she lived as essentially a street urchin after being in Rexentrum and winning this huge eggplant. And after consuming this eggplant, about 2 weeks later, there's reports of a giant halfling girl attacking the city. Or not giant halfling girls so per se, but from what you're piecing together, I think Gertrude is smart enough that there was a giant attack purported in Blumenthal, and you suspect that the two might be related.
Ooh.
So that's the piece of lore you learn.
Giant halfling girl. Creepy.
It's just like
It doesn't say giant halfling girl in the thing. This is something that just Gertrude suspects. It would be reported as just a regular giant attack. But Gertrude, I think, is smart enough to suspect there's some kind of link here.
just thinks of Blossom. She's like, better not give her any of that eggplant.
And you would learn also during that thing, Gertrude, that like the Blumenthal's kind of like a collection of farming communities, essentially, I believe. And it's only probably about 3,000 people living there. But there was like houses, some houses were destroyed, like cottages were destroyed and stuff like that. So it seemed like this giant supposedly went on a rampage and then left into the mountains on this, because it's the Blumenthal's kind of like more into the kind of foresty area of southeast of Rexentrum. In fact, I'll just move you to the map so you can actually just see it. That's a bit. So if you look at the top, you see Rexentrum up the top here,
Yeah.
and then Blumenthal is just slightly south of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then supposedly fled into the Silver Quell Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the piece of lore you learn. It's cool because I did not plan on this stuff coming up for a very long time. So that's cool that you get to learn that early. I like that.
There is one thing she'd be looking out for, just not like researching.
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with what she was looking at. She wanted to see what was going on with all the siege ball.
Okay, yeah. You I don't think it would particularly do an investigation check for me. It wouldn't be it definitely wouldn't count as particular research.
She's just looking at, like, I guess they have newspapers, but
Yeah, with a 7, and with the research you're doing on top of this, it's quite a high DC. So you don't learn a huge amount. I will say what you do learn is that there is a Siege Ball League in Novgorod, and the 2 best teams are a team called the Aegis Strikers and the King's Foot. And the other teams across there, you would know there's one other team called the... What the fuck is it? Called the Fennel Fighters. And they're the Farmers Guild, the team. And their star player is a player called Crispy Dungrot, who is actually completely shit, because they're probably one of the worst teams in the league. But yeah, basically you learn that, yeah, that's basically all you learn atop the fact that the different guilds have different teams, and that's it.
okay.
Oh, so now that Gertrude has done her downtime stuff, who wants to go next?
Don't mind.
Don't mind either. Varians is pretty quick. Do Varians.
Yeah.
Varian, after all the metal and the killing and the bad times, just wants to get full-on druidy.
Yeah.
So he will be, in terms of the downtime things, I'm not sure which one fits. He does want to craft something. He wants to use wood to build like little structures up on the sort of almost like shelves, basically.
Yeah.
For the
I would say that wouldn't really
little
count
birds.
as crafting so much. Crafting is more when you're trying to create a specific item.
Okay, cool. So probably just relaxation then.
Relaxation.
I thought sorry, I remember that Firion bought leather stuff to make his studded leather armor without metal in the last session.
Oh yeah.
That's a very good point. You did do that. I forgot about that. So you could try and create that if you wanted to, instead of doing a relaxation.
I should. But I don't know if
Relaxation is actually pretty good, I will say that much. It does give you some pretty decent benefits.
Yeah, I think... Thank you, Hannah, for reminding me, but I think Firion's mental state's a little bit wacky at the moment. So I think relaxation would be what he'd go for.
Okay. So
the inner meta boy in me is like, no!
Yeah, that's totally...
But
relaxation is actually pretty decent. So relaxation requires 1 week. A character needs to maintain a modest lifestyle while relaxing to gain the benefit of the activity. So a modest lifestyle is pretty much what Firion has in Sparkular Base in my eyes. Like he's got access to like decent food. He's got access to like some food, water. He's got, and especially modest lifestyle for. I think modest lifestyle. How much is modest lifestyle to cost? Lifestyle 5e. Living expenses, where is it? Yeah, so 1 gold piece per day, essentially. So it would cost you 7 gold pieces, which is not much at all.
You'll have to speak to the Bank of Gertrude.
Yeah. So if you want to take 7 gold pieces off Gertrude of Firion's stash.
Speaking of gold, how much did she give Blossom earlier? Because I've not done it.
It was 50 platinum pieces in total, so it would have been 25. 25 to you and 25 to her, because you're watching over Snooper's stash as well, because he doesn't really see a need for it.
Watching over Snooper's stash, eh?
Yeah, it's a good idea to give Blossom that. Unless Gertrude would do that, and then you'd have a quarter of it. But that's up to Kieran.
What?
I'd say Blossom is not intention to stashing anyone else's stuff.
Would Gertrude be stashing Snooper stuff for him rather than Blossom? Would Gertrude trust Blossom with holding on to his money for him or not?
Who,
Blossom.
Well, Gertrude's already looking after Firion's money.
Yeah.
So She just kind of assumed Blossom was looking after Snoopers' money.
Yeah, it's fine. If you trust her.
Teacher responsibility.
Well, Snooper said he didn't need money, and
No, he's
Gertrude's
concerned.
more like, I'm sure she'll buy some cool stuff for him.
That's fair.
So there'd be a few little bits and pieces that Firion would do during the week, but it's all just like little RP style stuff. So he'd want to build little shelves for his rooks.
Mhm.
He'd want to seclude his area a bit more. So maybe even put up like a crude wooden, not even a door, just like a hatch almost that he'd
Yeah.
open and close.
definitely
But no
do this
locks or anything.
And I would certainly consider
Um,
this part of relaxation for Firion, because this is probably a very relaxing activity for him.
Yeah, he'd be quite secluded a little bit more than usual, but if people checked on him, he'd be polite. And he'd do lots of walking outside, wild shaping, practicing his summon beast spell to kind of commune with nature a bit more. And then he does feel a bit bad about being rude towards Blossom. So one thing he would do during the week is he would try and use his summon beast spell to summon a bird spirit and use the bird spirit to fetch lots of little bits of tasty bird food
Mm-hmm.
to bring back in, and then he would try and guide Blossom to try and feed some of the jays to get her used to talking to animals.
Okay, then do me a survival check to see how well your bird spirit does.
Watcha! It's a natural one.
Well, unfortunately, your bird spirit, being quite up in the mountains, it seems that there's quite a lot of beasts up here, and it seems the pickings are slim.
Okay.
Currently, especially this time of year, it seems your sort of autumn time, getting out of summer into autumn, it seems that things are starting to get ready for hibernation, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
no such luck on that particular activity. But if you're trying to get Blossom to feed them with the other foods you have
Yep.
available, then Blossom, please make an animal handling check. And
Oh my god,
with
buddies.
advantage, because Furion's helping you.
It's animal handling.
Animal handling, yeah.
Oi, buddies, look at this tasty food.
The whole time Blossom's like there and talking, Firion's in like yoga mantra mode. He's
Mhm.
just like, be calm, speak to them slowly, be
Okay.
calm, breathe slowly.
This
He's doing his
some
best.
tasty
So you
food.
you reach up as your hand sort of shaking towards the first one, and it clicks its beak at you as it just like it's like kind of going away from you, like flutting its wings up in an aggressive pattern. The second one, again the same thing. This third one, though, is kind of more curious, kind of leans in like and quickly grabs out of your hand and is like and is just like nomming this bit of corn down or whatever, and But it's still keeping its distance from you, as it's kind of like watching you carefully. Is it kind of just like this bit of corn?
Yeah, Firion would smile and look to see what Blossom's reaction is.
Yeah, as soon as it takes the corn from her hand, she's like, Firion, you did it!
You did very well. The key is always patience. We'll try again another time.
Okay, that was really fun though. Bye, birdies. I'll see you again next time. Maybe I'll get even tastier food. Firion, what else do they eat? Do they eat other stuff?
Seed. Small nuts.
Seed. Okay, I'll look for some seed.
He kind of
Yeah,
shrugs slightly and ushers her out and closes the wooden hatch behind her.
So,
sorry, and then for Gertrude, he actually wants to work with her. He suggests to her that they set up some gardening space outside of the Sparkler base.
okay, yeah, you could definitely do that together if you wanted to.
Gertrude would also tell him about the eggplant.
Oh.
And if he's ever heard of any weird vegetables or things or fruits in the wild.
Should I roll for that?
If you want, yeah, do an investigation check. Or, yeah, investigation. Yeah.
Nature?
A nature, that's a good shout.
I took proficiency in nature for once.
Ooh.
Ooh, 21.
21. I mean, you have, Firin, you've heard of different kinds of plants, some like aggressive plants. You've heard of lots of different types of plant creatures. However, this particular thing is like a mystery to you. Like, it just sounds... you've never heard of these large vegetables before. Definitely not from where you've come from. It seems unusual. Does pique your interest, though?
Yeah, he would be interested, and he'd say something along the lines of, "Doesn't sound like the work of nature alone."
Well, I'm heading up to Rexcentrum to go to this Hazel Festival and see if I can identify anything similar. And I would like to stop by Blumenthal as well.
Sounds interesting. I would join you.
That would be very helpful, Firion.
Gives her like a little wan smile and heads off back to his seclusion.
Okay, so at the end of your relaxing week, Firion, you gain advantage on saving throws to recover from long-acting diseases and poisons.
Oh, that's cool. Healthy body, healthy mind.
I believe that lasts for a week, I believe.
Yeah, very nice.
So, Blossom, you're the last one. What would you like to do out of the different downtime activities on that list?
Blossom heads down to the shops.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go, Mr. Metal Man, Mr. Metal Selling Man. I can't remember. Blacksmith, that's it. Have you got any horse-shaped armor? I'd quite like the chainy one.
Horse armor.
I found a thing where, so I found a thing where it says barding armor for animals costs 4 times the equivalent for humans.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
In that case, let me quickly look up armor.
Metal or metal?
I make various armor for horses for the army. Mostly chainmail. It's usually
Well, that's
not too heavy for the draft horses and like. Have you got something a bit lighter? I've got, scale mail.
What about the chain shirt? Have you got that?
I could make that, yes.
Yeah, well, one of those then for this horse, and she brings forward iceberg.
Alright. That would be 200 gold pieces then, please.
Okay.
Okay, and if you
Give them to her.
it will take. He tell you it take about a week to make, but at the end of the week you would get a chain shirt shaped for a horse.
Yeah.
So feel free to add it to your inventory, and it would put Iceberg's AC would then be
14.
14. So I will change that for you now. As well.
I think 14? Maybe 13 actually.
13 plus its dex modifier, which is 0, so it would be 13 actually.
Yeah. And what was it 200 gold? Yeah. Pick it up there. That. Yeah. I mean, obviously she's not going to stay with the blacksmith for the whole week, but
So if you look at the downtime activities, Hannah, in the little list I put in Discord, and then you can decide which one you want to do from that list.
Okay. Before I look at the list, she's also going to plant some of those fire phoenix seeds. I think she bought from the place.
Yes. I cannot remember what they do off the top of my head. If you do have those written down,
I haven't. It just says phoenix seeds.
That's fine. Let me find it for you. I do have it in here somewhere. Merchants. So flower and seed merchants. What are the names of them?
I've just written down phoenix seeds.
Phoenix bloom. So they, when they grow, they burn as like a torch and can set objects on fire.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, Gertrude would have planted her crop seeds as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you could have done that when you were doing the garden stuff with Firion, for sure.
Yeah, I think Blossom also bought mixed flowery ones as well, so she would plant those.
Okay. That quickly.
Did I buy whistleweed seeds or whistleweed?
I believe you bought whistleweed just itself.
Okay. Sweet.
Let me quickly just write that down as a note. Gertrude plants crop seeds. Blossom plants phoenix bloom seeds. Okay.
And as for downtime, well, she's gonna go and see that guy's house.
Yeah, but like I said, we'll go through the downtime in the list first, and then we'll jump to the individual sort of scenes more. So if you pick from that list, because this can give you quite a lot of benefits, more mechanical benefits than
hum. Blossom is gonna. I don't know if she'd do it though, but she'd probably go and have a look at least.
It's up to you if you want to do it.
Tell me what it does before I say that she does.
Which one?
Pit fighting.
Pit fighting. I will tell you now that there is no pit fighting in Huppadook, unfortunately.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. What does work entail? Just
work.
A job.
When all else fails, venture can turn to an honest trade for living. This activity represents a character sent to find temporary work.
She's definitely not doing that. Crime. What does that entail?
Crime. Sometimes it pays to be bad. This activity gives a character the chance to make some extra cash at the risk of arrest.
So tempting.
She does have a badge as well.
Yeah.
Mother Blossom and Father Firion have to pick her up from the police station. Mother Gertrude, not Mother Blossom.
She might just do some training, I think.
Training?
Yeah, I think training.
Okay, given enough free time in the services of an instructor, a character can learn a language or pick up efficiency with a tool. And receiving training in a language or tool typically takes at least 10 work weeks, so unfortunately, this one takes a bit longer. But you can work towards it if you'd like.
Nah. Takes too long.
We all know you want to do the crime.
Oh, I so want to do the crime.
Do it. Yeah. Do what Blossom would do.
You do gambling.
She's not murdering people.
Let's go gambling. She does gamble. She might go carousing. What does that do?
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Carousing is a default.
Yeah, she should be partying every night. Huppadook partying.
Yeah. So carousing is a default downtime activity for many characters. Between adventures who doesn't want to relax with a few drinks and a group of friends at a tavern. Carousing covers a work week of fine food, strong drink and socialising. Character can attempt to carouse among lower, middle or upper class folk. A character can carouse with the lower class for 10 gold pieces to cover expenses, or 50 gold pieces for the middle class. Carousing in the upper class requires 250 gold pieces for the work week and access to the local nobility.
Oh, diva upper class.
If she had 250 gold, she might have tried it. But,
You wouldn't be able to anyway because you have no access to the local nobility.
Oh.
You have to
No.
get in with them. But if you get better at the middle class and stuff, you can gain contacts who are in nobility and stuff like that.
I think should go to the lower for now. See how shit it is. If there's loads of like levels, then she might go to the middle class ones.
So if you 10 gold pieces for me, remove that. Okay, after a work week of carousing, a character stands to make. Oh, you can actually. There's one thing you can do. I will say with the nobility is that alternatively it says a character might use a disguise skit and a deception skill to pass as a noble visiting from a distant city.
Definitely doing that.
So it does cost 250 gold though.
Oh fuck! I have 250.
My name is Lady Tin Can.
That's why you just got 25 platinum.
I did, but I just spent it on horse armor.
Okay. So are you going to do the lower class then?
I'll do. No, hang on a minute. Gertrude,
Yes, Blossom.
Gertrude, can I have? I'll pay you back. Okay. Can I have 25 gold?
Yeah, of course, Blossom. Yep,
Thanks,
she's given.
Okay, so you're gonna try and
She's gonna cast disguise self.
Okay. And
Hey.
Mingle with the nobles.
I need to pee. Please wait.
Yes,
I do not
okay.
want to miss a second of this.
yeah, that's
Give me
fine.
one
Wait, I
moment.
need to read this a bit more anyway.
Oh, God. You're just a roster. I've been to this house already. We robbed it.
Someone's got no gold at all. Not even copper.
Earn some more money.
God. You can come back to my house. It's a cave. Made a little note on the side list of what she's planted and what date.
Brilliant, thank you.
I am ready for the genius.
Doke. Get back my notes up. Right, so if you're trying to deceive into the noble class, please make me a deception check.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Okay. Most boringly is that this is probably the most boring result. Is unfortunately, as a result of your carousing, you've made no new contacts.
Inspiration.
Okay, inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah.
Inspiration. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
16. Better. Okay. Blossom, you disguise yourself as fancy. Well, tell me how you describe yourself as a fancy noble. But what does she look like, or he look like?
Yeah. So she makes herself a foot taller. She's looking quite neat and tidy now, but she's given herself blonde hair. She's got some really, really big glasses on. She's taken some inspiration from Gertrude. She's got some really nice like gown thing on. She's got she got confused for a minute and had a little moustache for a second, but removed that. And she's got a big she's carrying a big staff. You know, it's all gold. You know, that's what nobles have, right? Big gold staffs.
Definitely.
She's got big gold necklaces on. She's got like 10 rings on. She's got this big bangle thing that's all over her arms.
Fucking blinged out.
Brilliant. So, Blossom, you kind of ask around the town, and you ask if there's any kind of noble like parties going on, and you do find there's a small birthday party that a gnome named Sagrim Ronbiben is throwing in the top upper idleworks shelf. Huppadook is not really a city that has like traditional nobles. They're more like high class merchants. Let's put it that way. They're like there's kind of the top of the top in terms of like in terms of inventors and this kind of stuff. They're not like all like sort of guild kind of member style stuff. They're like the best of the best often rise to the top in Huppadook. And you meet a master maker, Sangrim Ronbiben, and he you, with your deception check, you managed to deceive him that you're another master maker and noble who's travelled from Zadash, has heard about his exploits, and you're eager to become friends and learn about his different inventions. And you strike up this conversation with this man, and he's quite excited to show off his different stuff to you and his various stuff. And you find that he's currently been working on a set of robot butlers to be able to house the different just help what's the word, sort of help serve the different houses of across the Dwendalian Empire. And you also gain there's another noble, a woman gnome named Jelly Rarasiber, who's also another master maker. And yeah, so
Jelly.
I'm right.
She sounds delicious.
I'll put these names in the chat for you.
I can see why Blossom chose her.
And basically, you spent the entire night talking about how you've got all these amazing invention ideas and stuff, which is complete lies. But they're buying in that. Oh, that's a great idea. So you have made two.
No, they're way better than that sausage thing I saw earlier. Yeah. Oh my god, I got amazing invention.
You definitely, just for reference, 100,000% would Cybum Sophist Wilhelm Schinkenbrotten be at this party, and he would he would be a little bit perturbed at your comment, probably, if he overheard it.
He'd have the.
But it was really good, though. It was really
he'd
good.
Have the sausage maker at the party.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh,
he doesn't leave home without it.
Exactly.
So you've made 2 allied contacts.
Nice.
So let me quickly check something.
You should see this invention I made. It's a white horse, but it's a metal white horse, and it's got those things inside. You know, the things they've got. They're like what they called again? Gears. That's it.
What's your noble name? You try and pass yourself off as, by the way. I have to know.
Oh God. I don't know.
Blossom the 4th.
I can't count to 4.
Who's her fanciest sibling?
Glossier.
Glossier is great.
What about her last name?
Glossier, Glossier,
What's the fanciest thing Blossom could
Bloss-
think of?
Glossier,
What's that food she likes?
blue cheese.
Glossier blue cheese. Okay, that's written in my notes. Could you please roll a D100 for me, though? Ah, fuck no.
67.
Damn it. Wanted to see if you got a compensation,
Oh.
but you do not. Yeah, you've gained 2 allied contacts. In this case, these particular allied
By
contacts...
the way,
Go on.
it's a birthday party. You've got to lead me to the birthday cake, you know.
Yeah.
That's very important. I must have birthday cake.
Oh yeah, he would 100% share some birthday cake after listening to your amazing invention ideas.
God, this birthday cake doesn't even have any mud in it like the one before I had.
So, you gain 2 allied contacts. This means that basically within the noble class of Habaduke, you manage to successfully. You've basically got 2 contacts that you can call upon, and they will do you a favour each. So if you want
Pretty
to
cool.
make that in your note, we would do favours for you. So yeah,
You do me a favour and I'll do you a favour as well. How about that?
yeah, they would. Certainly, they are definitely interested in your ideas, and they are eager to help the alter ego Blossier Blue Cheese achieve her goal in any way possible. So I'll say specifically with these guys is that they can, if you ever need something made or crafted, like specifically, it would essentially like remove, like I would say 75% of the cost.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. That's where I'm going to get my horse plate from.
Yeah, and you can call upon both contacts. Once you've used this favour, though, it's gone. Like, you have to re-carouse to get it another
Man,
favour.
she's carousing every week, man.
Okay, so that...
Be
Just
friends, you know.
the headcanon I have of Blossom coming back one night and Gertrude and Furion having no idea this is happening. And Blossom just walking past Gertrude and being like, "Oh, fancy people have the tastiest names." Gertrude just being there like, "What?"
Not only do they have the tastiest names, Gertrude, but they've also got the tastiest food. You should come with me next time.
Can I come with you? Where?
So there was a birthday party, they had cake, they had cool inventions, they had more cake, and I also told them about Iceberg, and they were very impressed. I couldn't remember what that thing is called, though, inside. You know, the thing that turns? Oh, it's a gears. I did remember.
I didn't know you knew anyone in the town, Blossom. You make friends quickly.
Oh, you lagged out there, Gertrude. I didn't hear what you said.
How did you make friends with these people so quickly, Blossom?
Well, I can do this thing, and she does disguise herself again, back into the same thing as before. And now, you know, this is just how I get in. But then they really enjoy talking to me because, you know, talking's really fun, especially when you're drunk.
Well, maybe you should invite them to the party we're planning to have up here.
Or maybe. Well, but that's a really good idea. Oh, they would love it as well. Because then they get to see all the stuff that I have. Oh, they can look at my dagger collection as well. They will love it.
Maybe they could make you some automated daggers, however that works.
Oh, automated daggers. Oh, I don't know how that works. What does that mean?
Maybe they shoot off you into people like a boomerang. I don't know.
Maybe. That would be really cool, because then I don't even need to do anything. I can just, chill.
Or you can just have more daggers, so it's like a flurry of daggers.
Oh, like when you punch things really fast, and instead it's just daggers. They just go really fast.
Exactly. You could even have a cloud of daggers that protects you, so they can't come near you.
Whoa! I would out of daggers.
Or if your friends are master makers, they might have an idea of how to make them.
God, they might. I'll ask them next time, because they're nobles, so they must have parties all the time. But did I mention the food, Gertrude? It's so delicious. And their names. There was one woman called Jelly.
Jelly? Oh, maybe you could make a jelly for the party and show her.
Maybe. I don't know how to make jelly. Do you know how to make jelly, Gertrude?
I do, but I'm sure that Poppy knows how to make more decorative jellies.
That's true. That's true. I'll go and ask Poppy. She runs off to ask Poppy.
Okay. When you get to Poppy, Blossom, a few days to your downtime, she comes out to you and says, "Oh, Blossom, I've lovely to see you again. I've made some of that Dramph noodle you asked me to. If you'd like to try it."
Oh my god, yes. I mean, I've eaten a lot tonight already, but definitely could do with some more Dramph noodle.
Here you are, and she holds out this big plate of Dramph noodle for you, and you bite in.
Yep.
It's quite delicious. She's done a good job.
This is so delicious.
It's not maybe the best you ever had, but it's certainly very good.
I mean, there was that one time that person made it slightly better, but this is pretty delicious.
I'm so sorry. I can do it better next time, Blossom, if that's more agreeable to your taste. Is there anything I can improve about it?
I tell you what. I think all that's missing is, and she takes the jug of like custard and just tips it completely on the thing.
I see.
Like that.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist, you see. It's something's worth doing right. So more custard next time. I'll remember that.
So much custard, and also,
why do you like custard so much, Blossom? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't know. I guess it just tastes really nice. It's yellow. It's thickly, and it's also sometimes sickly. But I ignore that part. It tastes too nice.
Thickly and sickly. I quite like that. I'll think about using that saying and applying it to my cooking for you.
Oh, so you showed lots of custard.
Lots of custard. I'll remember that, Blossom. I remember how.
No gravy though.
Remember how you like it. No gravy. Of course. And,
no gravy.
Is there anything else I can get you?
Have we got any box fizz? Can you go and ask barista? I would like to have it with my Dramph noodle.
Barista. Batista the barista. Well, I'm quite busy right now, Blossom, but I'm sure if you go ask him, he was talking the other night about putting together some strawberry bucks fizz for you that you asked for.
Yes, I did. She looks at the table. Dramph noodle, strawberry box fizz, Dramph noodle. Hang on a minute.
You're gonna roll for it.
Oh, damn it.
140 feet away.
She sits on the other table. Damn it. I've got to get up. Sorry, Gertrude, I'm coming through. Got a plate of Dramph noodle.
Gertrude just looks to see if she drops any.
Do a dexterity check, please. Yeah, you're fine. You're used to quickly carrying Dreamt Noodle, apparently.
Barista, apparently you've got strawberry box fizz for me.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
very
Miss
excited.
Blossom. I did make some of this strawberry bucks fizz for you. It's not my best attempt after a bit, but, you know, like they say in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time, if you first don't succeed, try and try again. So, you know, I went down to ye olde Hoppadook and but I unfortunately had to borrow a little bit of spare money from your stash here, and so I'm afraid, or it might have been one of your friend's stashes. I'm not sure, but I only borrowed a little bit, and I got a bit extra. But I'm still working on perfecting the recipe. But just like they say in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time, perfection takes time. So you're welcome to try it, Miss Blossom. But it's still got some work to do, to be honest on you.
That's okay, I'll try it. It's good to try the prototype before it's finished, because otherwise how do you know it's finished, you know? So I'll
Exactly,
definitely
I
try.
agree with that. The prototypes, they say, just like in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time, sometimes the prototype of something is something, a step towards something much greater.
Oh, exactly. And where I went tonight, Barista, there was loads of nobles. They were also talking about similar stuff, prototypes, you know. So they were all doing similar stuff to you, inventions.
Well, it sounds like you had a very good time, Miss Blossom, and, you know, I like to think that these noble folk, they really know what they're talking about, you know, because if to get that kind of money, especially in a place like Hoppadook, you really have to think, you know, they've got to the top, sometimes by cheating the law, and I don't approve of that, but sometimes, most of them, I like to think I'm a positive man, and, you know, I like to think that most of them made their way to the top, going by the law, and it just shows that if you take your time, just like in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time, if you take the time and play by the rules, then eventually you can climb into noble society, and you can be rolling in money before you know it.
Well, maybe if they read your book, like maybe if you made your book already, and maybe if then they read it, maybe that's how they became rich, you know?
Well, you know, I like to think that one day my book will be on the shelves of every bookstore in all of Wildemount, and you know,
Exactly.
I think it would be very beneficial to some up and coming nobles.
Exactly. So if your book was already out, you know, then maybe they'd be even richer.
Just like I say in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare
Didn't even
Time,
need.
sometimes you got to read in order to lead.
Lead to lead. Well, I guess I'll better get Gertrude to teach me some more reading.
Well, it's probably a good idea, Miss Blossom. But anyway, here's some of this storybooks fizz for you. Like I said, it's a first attempt, so it's still got some time. But just like I say in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time, perfection takes practice, and I think this is a good, honest attempt.
She's gonna drink it.
It's fucking gross.
She like spits it out, but only a bit. She's like, he's definitely a prototype. Huh? I mean, even my brother's, you know, mud-filled water fizzy thing tasted better than this. I'll be honest, Barista.
Well, that's a fair comment, Miss Blossom. And like I said, it's still at the prototype stages, but I think if you give it some more time and more practice, just like I say in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time, sometimes practice makes perfect. So, you know, you got to give me some more time to practice, and I will promise you, I will nail the strawberry bucks fizz in time.
I bet you will. You're really clever. Here's the bottle bag, just in case you need the bottle. She puts the bottle back on the table.
Oh, thank you, Miss Blossom. And just let Miss Von Tillage know that unfortunately I had to take a little bit of money out of her savings. So, unfortunately, she's down about 24 copper pieces.
It's okay. I'll let her know. I'm sure she won't mind. You know.
No, that's all right then.
Yeah.
You go
I
on.
mean, I don't know.
You go on chatting into the night. So,
Oh.
The following morning from when you initially arrived back in the Sparkler
Wait,
base. Oh, sorry.
one thing.
Yeah, go on.
Where is Gertrude's box that she stores her money in?
It would probably be in her room, I'd imagine.
This one?
That's what I was imagining, this chest.
We're finding out
There's
where
a
the
lock
lock's going.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would say to you, during this time, this week, that Rick Aliek would provide you with another lock, because you did ask for one for the door to the tunnel. So
Yeah.
you can add another lock to your inventory. So you can use it as you like. But so the following day, after you arrived back from the Iron Runway event and rest for the rest of the day, and Gertrude doing her research and Blossom practicing her different disguises before she went to this party. Gertrude, you get a signal at the door, and essentially a courier arrives with a letter for you, and he passes it over to you, and you can see that it's stamped with a beautiful, like, butterfly insignia on the back that you recognise to be likely the handiwork of Hedwig. She's into quite flamboyant things like this.
Yeah, lavish.
Lavish. And I will reveal to you. I'm going to read this aloud to you because I want to do it in her voice.
Okay. Do you have to pay the courier?
Yes, you would, and it would be about 8 silver pieces.
God damn it, Hedwig, can't even pay for your own letter.
So, if you guys can see the letter, you should be able to.
Yes.
It would say, "Dear sister, it was so wonderful and lovely to hear from you. I am glad you are keeping well, and it is most lovely to hear you are making new friends. I know you always struggle with your shyness without me, so it is most lovely to hear that my advice and influence is rubbing off on you a little bit. Have you met anyone yet? You need to put those good looks to use, you know. That lovely boy Horace is still in the tillage. He talks about you all the time. Mother is keeping well. She is always working herself too hard in the fields, though. I tell her to relax, but you know what she's like. She is taking up painting postcards in her spare time. They are most lovely. She has made a fair few bit of gold off them, actually. I myself have been most busy. I have been travelling to Zadash on the regular, and have made fast friends there. Music, love, art. It has been most lovely. I am most pleased you will be attending the Hazel Festival. I was planning to head there with some friends myself, so we will have to meet. I'll be staying in the Tangles at the Roaring Donkey Inn. Big kisses, Hedwig."
Look at the letter. She's like, you could have sent me a postcard. And, she just puts it in her like box in her room that she's put the lock on. And during her research in the week, I guess she'd look up where the Roaring Donkey Inn was.
Yeah, you could do that. The Roaring Donkey Inn is in a part of the city called the Tangles, as she mentioned. Let me just quickly look up exactly where it is. Wrexham. So you would know the Tangles is in the western region of Wrexham. It houses the working class folk of the city, and it's in that part of the city that most of the city's general commerce takes place. If you want, you can do an investigation check and see if you can learn any more. Again, it's quite high DC because you're doing research at the same time.
Yeah.
As your main focus, but yeah. So you don't really learn much more than that. You're just trying to get the basics off of it. You learn that there's quite a lot of smaller streets and like dozens of neighborhoods and industrial districts, so it can be quite easy to get lost there. But apart from that, you know that somewhere in the Tangles, you're not sure exactly where. But
Okay.
you could probably ask when you got to the city and find it fairly easily, you'd probably imagine.
I think after reading the letter, she'd try and get Fury and Blossom and Snooper together.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine she would at some point during the day in the living room.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Miriam would join.
And she'd be like, well, I think you all know that I was planning to head up to Rexentrum for the Hazel Festival. I mentioned it to you earlier, Firion.
Yes, I've already expressed my desire to join you.
And we don't seem to have any pressing business in Huppadook for the moment. So I was wondering if all of you wanted to join me. I'm meeting my sister there. And she looks at Blossom and she's like, it's quite a big festival, Blossom. They have a lot of nuts and, well, there's a lot of interesting things.
They're fireworks.
She thinks.
You probably think there may be a few, but it wouldn't be like the grandest event. It's more like a quite homely thing.
Probably, and they also have really big vegetables which people can win, which is kind of cool.
Really big vegetables?
Yeah.
Are they bigger than me?
Well, I read this one story where a girl was given it and she became a giant.
Whoa. Maybe we can become giants, Gertrude.
I hope so. And well,
We wouldn't go through, and that'd be sad.
I was planning to stop at a few places along the way. Lewis, can I see the map?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I wanted to go to Novgorod and Blumenthal. Blumenthal's for my research, and Novgorod's because I want to see the Siege Ball League. So, we'd have to leave within about a week?
So by the end of your week off, it would be the 8th, and the latest you possibly without stopping is the 13th. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So if you left within the sort of next, maybe on the 10th, you'd have like an extra few days to stop in places.
Think you'd have enough time to go to Novgorod and well?
Yeah, I think so.
She'd want to. She knows she could go to Blumenthal after.
Yeah, you definitely would have time. If you still went on the 10th, you'd 100% have at least. You'd have 2 days to spend in Novgorod if you wanted to.
Okay. She'd be like, I was planning to leave on the 10th of Quempilla, and well, if you all want to come, then. She just holds out the letter again, like.
That sounds really fun, especially extra celebration. If they haven't got many fireworks there, though, I'm going to bring some of my own. And so daggers as well, and I don't know, maybe some spanners.
Spanners.
Would
most
like to follow you, Miss Von Village, Miss Thugwacker, Mr. Moonlocks. I have not experienced. He kind of looks down for a second. He's like, I think the term is companionship, like I have shared with the three of you in the last few days. Furthermore,
you definitely come, Snooper.
Thank you, Miss Thugwacker. Furthermore, my investigation into finding the criminals who have performed these attacks in Rexentrum, Zadash, and now Huppadook, I feel it is my duty to go to Rexentrum and investigate.
Yeah, probably. It's okay. You come with us, Snooper, and then She looks at Firion briefly.
Mm.
Firion won't mind. But good. Does she? Super can come?
Of course he can come.
She looks at Firion.
I think when Snoop said about companionship, Firion's eyes would have narrowed.
Mm-hmm.
But with Blossom just openly being like, "He can come, right?" Firion just be like, "I have no great objection."
Yeah, she does the pose.
And he would do the pose next to her. Ching.
So it means that the iceberg can come as well. Yeah?
Well, yeah, of course. I really wanted to stop in Novgorod just for the Siege Ball League because I hope that Fennel fighters are playing because it'd be really good to see them in person.
You'd also know, Gertrude, that it's a pretty long journey along the Glory Run Road, and you probably would want to stop in a big city after a while, otherwise you're going to be, like, travelling for essentially, like, 2 weeks on the road, which is not exactly the most fun thing to do. So it might be nice to stop for a couple of nights.
Yeah, so maybe we can travel up to Novgorod and then across to Rexcentrum, and then we can go and check out Blumenthal after. And, well, you must all have other things you want to do. It shouldn't all be me.
Blossom just shrugs. No, it sounds like a really good adventure to me. I will say, though, I may have spent all my money and can't really buy any food to bring with us.
Well, I can cover you, Blossom. Maybe we can get Barista to... Fuck it! Baptista to pack us some food. Maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe. And Poppy. Poppy, she can make really good drought noodle now.
Yeah, well, we've got our stores here, so... Is there anything you want to do, Firion? Is there anywhere up there you want to see? We can always stop.
I will think on it. It will be nice to walk the roads, be out of the city again.
You say you was going to leave on the 10th. Why don't we just leave right now? We can just go now. I've got nothing to do in the next 2 days.
It's not. I would say it's not the 8th yet. This is just when the week would end because there's something else that happens, some other stuff that happens beforehand. So this is essentially the 2nd this is happening on.
I've got some research to do before Blossom. I need the library, but we can go as soon as everyone's ready.
Okay.
I would like some time to prepare myself.
So I'll have to occupy myself with something. Guess I'll have to think about it.
And that's when she goes to noble parties.
So, the following, on the same day, Firion, there's something you notice in particular. This would be after you've tried feeding the ravens with Blossom. Something kind of worries you, Firion, as you make your way into the hallway, and these 3 ravens are just like staring at you very intently, and suddenly all 3 of them just fly out of the cave in like unison.
I don't like that at all. I think he'd have his hackles up immediately and would be worried that perhaps they'd been startled by something that he can't see.
Do an insight check for me. You don't get the impression there's anything in here that they've been startled by.
And they stared at me.
And with a 17, I think pretty much the entire time they've been here, every time you like are near them, these ravens are very focused on you. And the fact that they've left now, like before, you kind of shrugged it off as just being, they're just being ravens, and being, you know, they're just like curious of you. But with them suddenly flying off, and you're kind of intricate, like almost instinctual knowledge of nature, just because of the kind of person you are, and 17 insight, it does give you kind of a weird feeling.
Mm-hmm. He would quickly walk to the entrance to see if they've continued flying off, like if they're just around the entrance or if they've fucked off completely.
Do a perception check for me. 22. You do see them. They're flying away, and they are flying directly back without perception check. You can tell by the way they're flying and how directly they're flying and the way you came back here that they are flying directly back to where you met them in the Crispvale thicket.
Which is northeast from us? No,
It's more
southeast.
Yeah, it's almost directly east.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. When does this happen?
This would be on the same day that Gertrude got the letter, so on the 2nd. So it would be the day after the Iron Runway event.
Okay. Depending on whether it happens before or after their conversation, he would either say during the conversation or after it that he's quite keen to leave soon.
Okay.
Once they're finished with their preparations.
Okay. The following day after that, on the 3rd,
Oh no.
something interesting happens. You all hear the sounding of the tubular system throughout the cave at the very front sound off, and you hear a man speaking to it, a human man, and says, "Good day. I have been informed the Spark Killers live in this place. We have some business, unfortunately. This is the Crown's Guard."
Blossom picks up the little thingy. She's like, "Yeah, we're the Sparkiers. Who is it?
It is the Crown's Guard. Could we please speak to you?
Crown's Guard who?
The Crown's Guard from Huppaduke of the Dundalian Empire.
Crown's Guard of the Dundalian Empire who?"
Please, this is... I do not wish to be fooled around. I am on business. We know what you have done for the city, but come now. The silliness...
It's like saying police who when the police come to the door.
Yep.
It's the police, open up! Police who? Jesus.
Yeah, so she'll just say again through the thing. She's like, "Okay, alright. Got Furion, someone's at the door."
Yeah,
I'm
Furion's
already
heard this and he's
You know,
not keen to answer it himself.
Gertrude did probably take the Marines.
Yeah, and you would
Period.
see 2 guards enter the cave after you sort of welcomed them in. They look like typical Crown's Guard guards wearing the typical insignias and uniforms. And they look slightly higher rank, maybe, from what you can tell. The one approaches and he says, "This is more of a informal call. I'm afraid we've had an investigation. You were recently hired to clear the Silberhall mines, is that correct?"
Yes.
We, unfortunately, after the mines were cleared, found that a number of our gems, the gems that were there, were not accounted for.
Blossom is coming running up, and then when she hears something about gems being in the mine, she's like, "Whoop," back again.
We, since you were the last people seen down there before the workers went back to work, once the workers went back, they reported the gems missing. Now, we have one other culprit, a worker who was within these mines, supposedly, according to your report, there was a man by the name of what was his name? What's he got?
Sorry, Lewis, but Blossom's gonna cast message to the guy talking.
Yep, go on.
Because she's gonna be in a whispery voice. There were no gems. You never heard anything about gems.
Was someone just talking?
Gertrude just looks at him.
Okay, sorry, let me compose myself. Another, suspect we currently have, investigating is a man named Gotkiss Pipesteel. He claims that he has no idea where the gems are, and he has worked there for quite some time and would have no reason to.
His name is Pipesteel. He probably did it himself.
Okay, someone is definitely talking. Who is talking in this room right now?
She must be in range. She must be like, because for the message, you have to point your finger towards them.
Yeah.
You can do it
Blossom
round corners.
peeking round the corner with her finger out, just like,
Yeah, he's doing a perception check. Let me grab this card out quickly.
you can do it round corners, right?
You can only cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target. One foot of stone. One foot of stone it can go through.
That's why I said she comes up here, looks, and then hears something, and then comes down.
He is going to do a perception check and see if he sees you. He does do a stealth check for me.
Yep.
Skills to pay the bills. Now's the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he does not notice you. He's like, is someone talking in here? I'm confused. I keep hearing a voice saying there's no gems here and to blame Gothkiss.
Gertrude just looks at him and he's like, I'm not really sure what to tell you. She just kind of shrugs, like, maybe you should, take a break.
Do a persuasion check. I'm here on business. Clearly someone's playing some kind of trick here. If you have taken the gems, then we would require them back. They are the property of Huppadook.
I just thought of something. Would he recognize the voice from the pipe?
Firion?
No, Firion can't hear the message.
Yeah.
Would the guard recognize the voice from the pipe?
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah. He's like, well, is there another person here? I was speaking to someone else on your communication system.
Well, I don't know if our friend is in, but it could have been one of the builders.
Oh, perhaps. Do me a deception check, Gertrude. You should technically lie.
Whoops. Oh god.
What?
I will use inspiration.
Okay. Okay, do an insight check for him.
Oh yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, well, he got an actual 1. So, he says, I suppose that makes sense. Well, they were quite strange, and some of the builders are quite strange in these parts. Well, look, we know what you've done for the city. This is, like I said, an informal call. We're not here to arrest anyone. We just require these gems back, and if you have them, then we very much appreciate their swift return.
Well, you say gems, but What sort of gems were they? How many were there?
There was quite a few. Let me just quickly have a look at the list that I have here of them.
What have we actually done with the gems?
Blossom
What has
token.
Blossom? Did she
Yeah,
sell them?
Blossom- I can't remember if she sold them or not. I've got only one in my inventory.
I cannot remember if you sold them. I don't think you did, so you should have more
I
on
don't
you.
think so.
But you did definitely take 2 lapis lazuli, 3 malachite, 1 onyx, 1 amethyst, and 1 garnet.
Right, there would be a reason why I didn't write all that down because I can't spell any of it.
Yep.
I wrote down flawed ruby, wherever I got that from.
No, it wasn't in the list, so.
Mhm.
But you definitely, I remember you stealing these. I listened back to it just to make sure I wasn't misremembering.
Yeah, so I guess they're just in a room then, because I
Yeah.
don't remember selling
Yeah,
them all.
they'd be in your room. Well, I'm afraid you're our prime suspects, so this is the list of different gems stolen. If you know anything about this, or perhaps the whereabouts of the location, like I said, we're not here to arrest anyone. We know what you've done for the city. We appreciate your work, but this could affect people's livelihoods. I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
They're kind of standing there like...
Blossom feels bad. She's gonna go to her room and get the gems. Hang on. Hang on. Gets the gems.
She has to totally walk past and be like, whoops, oh, where did they come from?
You can't call me out what I'm gonna do, Kieran. Jeez.
I've got a weird feeling Firion had one of them. Did Firion have a gem? I feel like I took a gem and then but I lost it playing cards with Bruno England.
It might have been a different gem, because I'm pretty sure Blossom
Yeah.
took all these different ones, because there was other gems in there.
Yeah, and Firion wouldn't have liked the idea of taking them from the mine. So yeah,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
I think it might have been from Burles's house, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's way better.
Blossom is gonna. I was gonna do that idea, Kieran, but now I've thought of something else. She's gonna go to the kitchen, get some water, like a big barrel full of water.
Okay.
She's gonna put the gems in the water,
Yeah.
and she's gonna shape water to get all the water out of the barrel.
Yeah.
Put it all in a ball,
Okay.
so it's like a ball of water with the gems.
Yeah.
It's just floating in the air. She's gonna make it float from the kitchen in the air
What the fuck is happening?
with the gems in it.
Yeah. They would
No,
just fall,
it's
they
next
would
to
just
Gertrude.
they would just fall through, right? Because gravity still applies. to
Would
them.
they?
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I mean, I guess if you keep a current going round in the water, it would like swirl
Yeah.
them.
Okay,
still
yeah,
in,
I'll allow you.
Maybe.
I'll allow you to do it. It's fine. It's funny. So
So yeah, it's coming. It's like right next to Gertrude now, slightly above Gertrude.
it kind of looks like a little fountain, like pushing them up into the air. Like it's constantly like rising up, like a upside down waterfall, and you just see these gems floating out towards the guards landing in front of them, and I imagine they just drop suddenly all on the floor.
Not yet. They don't. They like float right in front of the guards. And she casts message again. She says, "We are the gems you're looking for. We are in this water. We don't question how we got in this water. We're just here. Okay, now we're here, and that's it." And then they fall to the floor.
Gertrude looks extremely confused.
It's just looking at the spreading patch of water on the floor with the twinkling gems inside.
Well, that was very strange. Regardless, this looks like all the gems accounted for. So he kind of like reaches down and starts picking them up, the other guy, and he's like,
"You gems, we came here to be safekeeping. That's all. No reason to question."
the guy's just kind of like
Whisper,
weirdly
whisper.
gritting his teeth, like, This is getting weird and annoying. Very well.
Do you want to come in for a glass of Bucks Fizz?
No, I no, we're absolutely fine, thank you. We'll be taking the gems now. We appreciate everything you've done for the city. Please refrain from any further criminal activity. Good day. And they both turn around with the gems and leave.
Gertrude eyes Firion.
Yeah,
She's
Firion
like-
gives Gertrude a long look.
Blossom runs away.
She's like, well, maybe the less said about that, the better.
Do you wonder? Kind of almost bites his tongue for a second. I can barely imagine the family, all of them, together in one place.
It's a good thing we're heading off to Rex Centrum then, isn't it?
Kind of looks down and gives a very sort of serious series of nods. Yes.
So, go on, Kieran, sorry.
No, that's nothing.
So, one last thing before we end the session. You all find yourselves back within the central room of sitting around, maybe for dinner in the sort of late evening, relaxing with each other and enjoying yourself. You're definitely not in there, Blossom. Enjoying yourselves and having quite a relaxed evening after Gertrude's had a long day of research. Firion has been building his shelves and Blossom is preparing herself for this party that she's been told about.
Gertrude would be sitting around the table. She's like, oh yeah, Blossom, these men came and they were looking for the gems and they suddenly appeared out of all this water. I don't know how it happened.
Oh, I don't know, Gertrude. That sounds really impressive, though. Some gems appeared out of water. I wish I could make gems appear out of water.
It was really impressive and we were both really confused, weren't we, Firion?
Oh, yeah, I'm
Thoroughly confused. He seemed to think there were voices inside his head as well.
Oh, what? What? How did that happen? Voices? Maybe he's going crazy.
And as you're chatting away, suddenly from the door into the passage, you hear a loud ding, ding, ding.
Oh fuck.
Who's there?
There's no response.
Firion covers Blossom's mouth. Shh, Blossom.
Sorry.
It could be baddies.
Oh, it could be alright. I'll be shush.
After a few seconds, you hear another ding, ding, ding.
Gertrude's gonna sneak up and she's gonna unlock the door.
Okay, if you want to do it stealthily, then do a stealth check for me.
Firion wants to, if anyone's still in here, like Baptista or whoever, he'd want to like wave them to cover or wave them out.
Yeah, you definitely could do that. A bit. Batista would be peeking around the corner still. Yeah, you manage to sneak up and carefully unlock the door. Gertrude, with that stealth check, there's no sound or anything seems to notice you. After you do it, a few seconds go by again.
She opens the door.
Standing behind the door, you see a strange, small creature about the same height as you, Gertrude. And it looks awfully fishy.
Ugh.
Oh. What are you doing here?
My name is Lurgum. Lurgum, come. And he starts like pushing past you to march in to the room.
Logan. Fish.
Do you let him past?
Can she see anyone else behind him?
Nope.
Does he smell?
It smells pretty bad of like dank wetness, like fish and.
She's not going to try and stop him, but she will use the halfling thing to go through his legs and relock the door behind him.
He's actually the same height as you, so you cannot do
Oh
that.
shit! Yeah, shit.
It's a small creature. But yeah, he just walks past you and he's like, "Lurker, no harm, no harm."
Oh, he's cute, Gertrude.
No harm from Slurperdop.
Look, she goes to like pet him on the head.
Blibdurper bring Lurgum here from Slurperdop.
He's talking gibberish, Gertrude. I don't understand what he's saying.
Maybe we should put him in the pool. She looks at Varian.
Each of you do a
Maybe not.
Each of you do a nature check for me. Blossom, do
Varian.
a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Varian actually cocks a slight smile at that.
Oh yeah, double that 20, baby.
Nice.
Varian and Blossom have
Holy
no
shit,
idea
nice.
what this is. Gertrude, you instantly recognise it. It's a Kuatoa. You know quite a lot about this with a natural 20. So let me quickly go up the Kuatoa entry.
God damn.
I love him.
You know that the Kuatoa are a degenerate fish-like humanoids that once inhabited the shores and islands of the surface world. Long ago, humans and their ilk drove the Kuatoa underground, where they dwell in madness and everlasting night. Kuatoa could no longer abide daylight. You would know that they were once, with a natural 20, you would know they were once slaves to the Mind Flayers. And their minds were basically shattered beyond repair. And now they've adopted a religious fervour and invented a god. A god known as, one of the words that he says, Blibdul Ploop. Also known as the Sea Mother. And you would also know that the Sea Mother, with a natural 20, you know the Sea Mother takes the form of a female human with the head of a crayfish's claw, and the articulated shell covering her shoulders.
Nice.
Gertrude thinks she's a bit off a bit more making chew. So he's talking Kuatoa.
He's talking common, but it's like it's very gibberishy. He's like,
He said he's come from Slooba-dooba-doop or something.
Slurgum come from Slurberdop.
There you go.
Slurberdop. Blibdurperv guide Lurgum here.
Are you the only one who came up to knock on the door?
Yes. New
What
home. This place nice new home.
Oh, he's really cute, Gertrude.
He does not look cute. I'll tell you that much.
He thinks he's cute.
Maybe he can live in your bathroom, Blossom.
Oh my god, that's a good idea. Come on, Slooby. I can lead you to your new home.
Lurgum, stay here. And he like goes and sits down over on the chair.
Oh, not the chair. The chair smells of fish now.
Not the chair, Slugo. There's an even better place to go. Even better home.
Bring all of Slurberd up here.
No, I think we only got one bathtub.
Do they know that about here?
Yes. Lurgum Tower, Slurberd up. Of new home, they all coming.
Gertrude.
Well, after all, Gertrude.
Yeah.
Why did you leave Sloo-boo-dop?
Badrapood steal all Slurberdops fish food.
Oh, someone stole his food for him. That's really rude.
Badrapood.
Or something.
Food in his water. Rude.
How big is Badrupood?
Drapood Kuratawa! Badra Purd! Leave Blibdur Poop! Evil Drapurd!
If we helped you, you wouldn't need to come and live here, right?
Save Slurbludop? Blue Peen so happy you've saved Slurbludop!
Oh my god, we got to help him. We got to save his house. Gertrude and Firion.
I think we have to save his house to save our house.
Well, he can live here. He's cute.
Slurbludop, all Slurbludop live here! 100 Kuratawa!
We can help Sloobidop, and he can stay at your home.
Slurbludop home. Kuratawa. Live Slurbludop. Dark Lake. Home. Your help?
Is the thing a baddie that's trying to take over your house? Is he a baddie?
Evil. Bad Kuratawa.
He's bad. He's bad.
Steal from Slurbludop. Abandon Blibdurpurp. Make Plu Pleen angry.
I think we have to help.
She looks across at Firion.
God, I can't. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Firion. Two things. One, Firion is genuinely bemused, as ever, by Blossom. The fact that this thing stinks and looks like that, and Blossom's just like, it's so cute! He's just like, what the fuck is the matter with you? But the idea of them moving and taking over here is very sort of nature-y, animals replacing each other or displacing each other. So yeah, he would be like, sometimes you must aid others to aid yourself. Things should help.
Send heroes. Blibdurpurp chosen. Pleen be so happy.
What date is it, Lewis?
It would currently be the 4th.
So when could we help this guy?
You could go right now if you wanted to. It would add on a couple of... I mean, you don't know how long it'll take, but it could add on a couple of extra days before you have to leave, potentially. But it's not going to interfere with your research massively. You can still complete it.
What time of day is it?
It's probably on the 4th, probably late evening.
Well, I've got a party to go to, but we can go in the morning. Fish boy. Fish man. Boo.
Lurker, leave now! Your followers! Blibdurpurp's chosen! You
I know now.
save Slurbludop!
Elijah.
We are already chosen by others. But...
Blibdurpurp only one!
Melora has chosen me, and she would help any of her creatures.
Blibdurpurp only one! Great Blibdurpurp! Give bountiful fish dark like Drapurd! Bad Drapurd steal! Slurbludop sad!
If we do go now, we can have a long rest relatively soon.
You would have had a long rest beforehand anyway. So.
But I got to go to my party. I already did it.
Yeah, like I said, you have enough time to do all your downtime activities. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Well, there's always more parties.
Shall we go now?
Follow
Let's go say
Lurgan!
Slowboo.
Lurgan!
Slogoon.
Blibdurpurp choose wise!
Come on,
Yeah.
Snooper. I guess we're going.
Snooper is just like moving back and forth and trying to examine this creature. And says, "Metal man, libdor perp, anger."
Yeah, Firion nods to that.
Hey, Slugo, have you had a drink of box fizz before?
Slurgum have no. Libdor
Why?
perp.
Lambert, let
Fizz.
let our friend here try the strawberry box fizz.
Oh no, not that one. No, not that one. Gertrude. Although he might like it actually. Yeah, go
Exactly.
on, barista. He
All
might
right,
like.
well, I'll go get the strawberry bucks fizz, and he kind of fills up a glass and brings it over and puts it on the table.
Good to get the blackberry one as well, barista.
Fuck.
Blibder perp, drink. And you kind of see him like deep in thought for a second, and he says, "Blibder perp, say yes." And then he drinks from the thing, and he's like, "Lurgum like."
Oh, you like the barista?
You bring more. Bring more to Slurbludop.
Oh my god, he likes your prototype barista. You got to get all the bottles.
Bring all box fizz Slurbludop. Plur plur ping. Very happy. You
Well-
save Slurbludop from evil Drapood.
Well, Baptista, you've opened up a new market for yourself.
Well, you know what I said, it always makes in my book, How to Make Money in Your Spare Time. You always got to look for new customers, and even if it is a strange fish man, then, you know, that can be a good customer when you need it.
Exactly. I bet they drink a lot of water as well. So maybe they can replace the water with box fizz.
Dark Lake. Box Fizz Lake. Libdul Poop. Come! Meet Plur Plur Ping. You save Slurblud up. This way. And he starts walking back towards the tunnel.
Gertrude has to unlock the door. She locked it behind him.
Yeah. He starts banging on the door. He's like, "Slurblud up this way.
Gertrude opens the door.
Slurblud up, follow." And he starts walking down the tunnel. Do you follow him?
Doesn't follow him.
Gertrude looks back to make sure Snooper and Firion are coming.
He's right behind you.
Before Blossom comes through the door, though, she's going to say, "Iceberg, you're going to have to man the door. We can't lock it from inside." That'd be silly.
The gears were, but he doesn't say anything. Or react.
Good
at all.
Iceberg. Good Iceberg.
Okay, and with that, as you begin your descent, for the first time, I think, in any of our campaigns, into the Underdark,
Yeah.
following Slubudop.
Love it.
Following Glugum back to Slubudop. We will end today's session there.
So much fun.
That is not what I expected it to be.
No.
Oh, I've been planning this for fucking ages.
Did you plan it the first time we met the tunnel, or was it a bit after?
A little bit after that. When you first heard the first knock, I had most of it planned already.
I love it. He's cute. He's got a cute little Stitch voice. I love it.
I killed Con with
Oh my
Kuatua.
god, seriously? I fucking died. The mental image of it just being like, "Slurp it up," and Blossom just genuinely being like, "Hoo-boo wop, shoo-boo up, baby wop," and Firion just stood there like, I fucking lost my mind. What the fuck happened? How did I get to this place? Oh my fucking god.
Sorry, it ran a bit over, but I think it was probably worth
That
it.
was unbelievably worth it. I don't know
Yeah.
how the fuck you didn't laugh while doing that voice. I would have died so many times over. I was like, he's got a break. He's got a break at some point. This is the funniest fucking shit I've ever heard. Oh my god. I am finding that on the recording and sending it to Anya. Holy shit.
I've got a pretty cool quest planned, and it's pretty stupid. But...
I love it. Love it already.
Dark Lake.
You know when I said,
Oh
Kieran,
my
that I got a quest
God.
coming up that I think you'll like? Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, what can
This
I do
is
with the
even
Underdark?
thought
I was like,
about
I
it.
really want to do something with Kuatoa because they're so stupid.
Oh, fucking Wildemount is the opposite. It's the opposite of what we were discussing earlier,
Yep.
where it's like the party doesn't quite fit together. I don't know what it is, but these three idiots just fit fucking perfectly together.
It is like, mwah,
There's
magic.
something so naturally funny about Blossom and then Gertrude's well-meaning, like, mumminess of her. And then Fury just being there like, what? But reluctant, playing along because she's just so lovely. Oh my god. That fucking killed me.
Glad.
Great.
The music as well.
It's from
Yeah,
Banjo,
as soon as it came
mu-
on, I was like, oh my god.
I could just see it so clearly in my head. Like the big door opens and everyone's looking up, and then the camera pans slowly down, and the fucking fish boy's just there. Oh my god.
If you guys had chosen not to help him, then like fucking 100 Kuatoa would have shown up in your face and
Oh
just
my
been like,
Yeah.
this new hoe.
Love it. Blossom would have been alright with that.
100 Kuatoa. That's a lot.
Gertrude would be like, we have to ban all the blasting powder and just.
For the good of the world, we need to close this down.
Oh,
Like,
just make it really
Christ.
deep
Like,
thought in this area. They
Yes,
can
we're
all-
not living here anymore.
They'll really like the steam room, Gertrude.
I'm surprised you didn't recognise the Slublu dot, Tom.
Will they?
Well, the name.
Yeah.
No.
It's one of the Kuatoa places in Out of the Abyss.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just-
Holy
I just
shit.
Took it because I was like, I need a clearer village, and I was like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, 100%. It's the right. Well, no, but it's fine. Oh my god, so funny.
Do you think they'll be friends with the
It
sharks?
feels like
Tyrion?
these guys.
What was that? You like,
So do you think they'll be friends with the sharks?
oh.
Miriam would say to that, sharks don't tend to have friends, Blossom.
Right to you now. Actually,
They're quite cool because you can either do something very silly with them or very
yeah.
Cthulhu.
Is that like?
But maybe it's both.
Yeah.
I'm really glad it's happening because it's going to let me sharpen up what I want to do with
I did think
Bullywuds
that in War too, but
campaign too.
Just for reference, I put a picture of
Volley.
what Blib dual poop looks like in Discord.
He's
That's-
ugly.
That's
Right,
my fetish.
The sea mother.
Jesus.
God.
Just makes me think of the one-shot Lewis
Oh
with the illusion.
God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck, I died.
That was a lot. I'm so glad I got to do it at the end. That downtime took
Yeah.
way longer than I expected. It was fun.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of downtime, there's one other thing I forgot I wanted to do.
All right, yeah.
She wants to send an individual letter to every one of her family, and she expects a reply.
Okay, what are you gonna say in it? I need to write this down.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I'm impressed
Can they
they're all
read and
literate.
write?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Blossom sending a letter to each.
Brick is a
Hand
well-known local poet.
So Gertrude, you help me write lots of letters.
Well, I will say that this.
Of course, Blossom.
Thanks, Gertrude.
I can imagine it being like when you do Christmas cards at school.
Mhm.
You just have like a message in the middle, then you just write to Brick from Blossom. Merry Christmas in the middle.
I'm gonna retcon something slightly, because
No, you can't take
I fucked
anything
up
away.
the timing slightly. These Blossom's date with what's his face, the builder guy.
Oh yeah.
He would have told you Ponkus Cogchart, because I needed to make sure this wasn't for this session because I have to make the house and stuff. But that'll be on instead now. I'm going to say it's on the 7th.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you're making me
Is it
wait.
actually a date?
Connection. Yeah.
Let me write
I think he thinks it's a date.
a date to show you his.
Pretty young halfling lady comes up to him and she's like, "Want to see my daggers?"
Oh,
Blossom's date.
shame, Harry.
Yeah, he would have just told you one of the days. Like, I can't do 4th anymore. You come on the 7th.
Yeah, I guess so. You make it. It's quite a long time though. I can just come now.
True. No, you can't come now because we're stopping playing now. Yeah. That's the wrong date.
That was the funniest fucking shit in the world.
Too much.
It was the fact that both you and Hannah were so straight-faced with it as well. Like, I was exploding, and you were just there like, beep boopity boop, shooby doobity boop, and then Hannah's just like, would you like some Bucks Fizz? Or whatever. That was Gertrude, but holy fuck. Oh my god.
God.
I thought with the 20, she would be less intimidated, I guess, because she knew about it, sort of.
Yeah.
Blossom's
Oh,
just.
god.
I think when she was just relieved it wasn't like a threat. Like, oh, it's a tiny fish man. Who? Oh god, 100 of them are coming up here.
Oh, it's just the consistency as well. Shoot. All the different things. You did it so well.
I appreciate it.
Because he was saying, oh my god, for oh my god, he was saying, oh my whatever she is.
Mm-hmm.
Or just saying her name. Oh my god, that was so fucking good. I'm going to listen back to that so many times.
There's a bit where I lost it, but I can't remember what it is.
You lost it at the Bucks Fizz Lake, I did.
Oh yeah.
So,
I think it's just because I've read a lot of love after it just seemed ridiculous.
so the
I just love, oh god, just the thought of, and then fucking Bucks Fizz bar guy got in on it as well.
Yeah.
So it was Gertrude, Blossom, and him just standing there like, oh yeah, we could do this, we could do that, and Fion's just like, what? Hey, there's a fish man! Why are we all acting sane right now? Oh god, I died.
So, the reason I've sort of been, I know it's a bit confusing with the dates and stuff for the downtime, but the reason I'm doing it this way is because I really fucked up and I messed up the date for the Hazel Festival, and I realised it actually took way longer to get to correct Centurion than I told Kieran originally. So I moved the Hazel Festival date to the end of the month,
That makes
and yeah, so it should all work out fine with this. And then that's why I haven't jumped ahead to the 8th with the research stuff and all the downtime, because otherwise I don't want to punish you guys for taking longer or whatever, because it's my fuck up. So otherwise usually I would have jumped to the 8th.
one thing I realised.
Yeah, go on.
Ooh. In Cormier, it's because now that you guys are both nobles, we can do jousting.
Oh yeah.
Jousting.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too confusing with the dates being a bit messed around. But it should be fine.
Nah,
That's
it's been
fine.
good. It's good.
We're essentially on the 4th now, and then assuming this takes maybe a couple of days maximum, or maybe a day, then you should be back in time for Blossom's Day, and then you'll complete your downtime stuff by the 10th, then you'll be able to leave on the 10th and get to Nogvarot for all that stuff. So that should work out fine, unless you all die in this area. But I don't. Yeah, you'll be fine. Wildemount, you've got. I would say Wildemount, you've got a bit more plot armor than in other campaigns because it's kind of meant to be a.
And we already died.
Yeah, and you already died. It's meant to be a bit more chill. Unless you get to big like story moments, then it will be like hands off a bit more, or gloves off a bit more. Sorry, but yeah, you ain't gonna die in this bit, I don't think. Well, you could still technically die, but
Unless we're really dumb, we won't die.
yeah, you should be alright, I think.
Well, this campaign, it's like, come into the door! It's like, we know there's a trap there. Come in! It's like, I don't see any other way in. I guess we're going in.
That was an amazing moment.
Gertrude. We gotta go in.
Plot demands it.
Holy fucking shit. The water, gems as well. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Just giving a child the power of magic and stabbing people. Just watching the world.
Just gonna have to go steal those back now, you know?
I'm just so glad Farian's like I'm just so glad I'm a druid. I'm just so glad that there's a part of this character that can just be like, fuck it, I'm out, I'm going for a long walk as a deer. I'm just gonna go chill and take a shit in the woods and everything will seem okay with the world again. Fuck civilization, you guys are insane.
What happened to his ravens, though, Tom?
I know!
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I'm gonna be thinking about now. Fuck. Oh.
Well, it would be quite funny if he went, but then all the fish people came up, and then whoever's looking for him came around, and that's like, what?
That's what I mean. Jesus.
I want to talk to this jelly noble again. It's
Yeah. Just a random name that came up in fantasy name generator. Jelly.
If Blossom ever has a child, it's getting called Jelly. 100%.
definitely jelly.
One thing that's so nice about this campaign, it's like,
Jelly noodle.
to plan-wise, it's like so much more reactive. I'm just like, oh, what? I just end up with these like random notes, like, okay, I got Ponkus Cog chart that's gonna be Blossom's Day. I've got, Blossom's new noble name, Blossia Blue Cheese, and her contacts, Sagrim, Roxman, Villa, Jelly, Raricimber.
I can't wait to see angry Siege Ball hooligan Gertrude. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah. Be funny.
It's definitely gonna happen.
What are you doing,
That's
Rev?
what
Fucking
That's what I'd
blind.
get. If I was getting art of Gertrude, it would definitely have to be that. Because I really like her picture. So if I got one, it'd have to be something really dumb.
I'm going to say the current date is the 4th of Kempilla when this is happening.
Okay. We're on the 4th, and then we leave on the 10th, right?
Leave on the 10th.
Yeah.
Your week of downtime will, like, depending how long this takes, it could end up interrupting it. But I don't think this will take you 2 whole days to do. I don't think you'll need 2 long rests. So you'll have, you'll have. Assuming you get out alive, you'll have enough time to finish your downtime stuff and then be able to leave on the 10th. So should work out pretty perfectly.
Lewis,
Yes.
are you going to make a new banner for Cormier?
Yes, I will. I need to cut out
After this
Tom's
session.
picture, and I'll do it after next session because I'll want to remake all the stream overlay and shit like that as well.
Louis.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Is there any particular motto you want for Pierre's family?
Maybe,
Or I'm happy to make it up if you give me some themes or whatever. At the moment, I just have it
maybe
as
something to do with money
for
or
country
merchant.
faith. In gold we trust.
Yeah, in gold we trust is great.
That's
In
what I was going to say,
French.
Hannah. I hope you don't feel too left out with the Cormier party changing, because it seems like Ember's going to be like the one on the side. If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but it's fun.
Well, it's because they're all like rallying around Joan, but you know
Oh.
she's got her stuff. She's got her stuff going on. It doesn't matter.
I think Ember will like Pierre a lot anyway.
Yeah, I think they will get on really well.
Yeah. Oh, as long as Dewey survives, my favourite.
No,
Love you.
maybe. He's
Well,
got HP though, right?
yeah, he's not on anything dangerous at the moment, though.
That's
It depends if he'll survive that cave tomorrow.
right.
Mm,
At least me and Tom have got
Yeah.
new characters ready in case, just in case.
yeah,
Fully
Yeah.
prepared.
it's just gonna be Ember getting out. Like fuck this.
Oh, no way. I got this armor to bring to this woman called Joan. Oh, she's dead.
Yeah,
Awkward.
I
That
guess it's
sucks
mine
so
now.
much.
Good as one. Right.
I've
I'm
chosen
gonna-
a stag, Lewis, for your animal.
Ooh, thank you.
Is that alright?
Yeah,
Or do you want a
no,
horse?
it's perfect. Stag sounds cool.
Get up.
Rally
All right,
horn.
I'm gonna go eat. Thank you, Lewis.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone else.
Thank you,
Oh my
guys.
god, that
Thank,
can't
Oh.
yeah. Thank you, Lewis, for exploding my brain.
Aim to please.
I'm gonna be halfway through a fucking lesson about circuits or something tomorrow and just start dying of
You
laughter.
forget that, like,
Fuck
I think
fish,
me
mate.
running Curse of Strahd is like, oh, Lewis is a really serious DM, and then, but you then think back and my fucking space campaign, and it's like, when I want to, I can be very stupid.
Right, thank you.
See you
Bye-bye.
later, guys.
Cheers. Good night.